Everyone, how's it going? Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hello, ChemDog. Hello, Ricardo. Everybody's having a good day. I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna change these guys to a different. This is like, can't even see my eyes. I feel very mysterious. I'm gonna change my sub goal though to a different color, I think, because I think it blends too much in with the background when I do this. Let's do that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. How are you doing today, chats? How is the day going? Is everyone ready for some tarot readings? I'm going to get a little list together in a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Throne. Gift. Hello. What is everyone saying? Hello, Rapala. Hello, ChemDog. Hello, Cherry. I'm good. How are you? I'm a little sleepy, honestly. I might make a tea. I don't know what it is, but like my eyes just feel really tired today. I also haven't powdered my face, so if I seem shiny, sorry about that. Daniel, I am a bat. Awesome to see you. Thank you again for this amazing hoodie. I love this hoodie. I feel very cozy. Oh no, welcome in, Otto. I'm sorry you can't hear. I like that it tells me though. I see now that there's that watching without audio, so I can tell when people are trapped in the ads. Thank you, Mage. Thank you. Yeah, this is from, I believe, Daniel, you got me this, right? You got me this amazing bat hoodie. This was on my wish list on Amazon. Sometimes I find cute things and I add them, and then sometimes people get me those cute things off my wish list. I don't know if it's gonna let me. I gotta put it this way. Is that the link for that? There you go. There's that link. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some tarot card readings. Oh, maybe I should put my phone on silent. Pardon me. Usually on silent. I'm going to say... I did. Yes, thank you. Yes, you. Yeah, for Flit. Oh my goodness, for Flit. That's right. Back when we were playing Wander Home, which I actually have a copy of the book of, back during our stream team days, and now we're over on our own channel with Lies You'll Enjoy. I'm good. How are you, Gabe? Welcome in. Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. So, if you guys want a tarot card reading, we'll start a list. We're going to start a list in a second. First, I'm just going to post on Instagram so let people know that I exist, that I'm here, and I'm ready to read people's tarots. I'm just going to say, I'm a bat, and I'm live. I don't know if we tell people it's tarot reading. Do we tell people that? I think we'll just leave it at that. I feel like that's enough of a draw for most people. Most people probably be like, you're a bat and you're live. What? Da da da. It's giving me a really weird palette today. There we go. Batmanda is here. Batmanda is here to read your fortune. I'm gonna sneeze, though. can feel it, but it's not coming. That's the worst. Cherry, thank you for the highlighted comment. You can hear me now. Yay! Welcome in, Otto. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a good time. Cherry says, I'm kind of not feeling 100%, but I did get presents wrapped and made a base for others to use for art and working on art myself. So glad you're well, and I'm glad you liked that highlighted message I sent yesterday. Glad it didn't make you cry fully, though. It did not. It did not. I held back the tears because I knew if I started crying, my mom would start crying. If you guys missed it yesterday, I did a live with my mom. The VOD is up both on Twitch and YouTube. You can check it out. It's in 2 parts because the internet decided to be a butt and decided to poop on us. So it did crash at one point, but then we returned. Resilient as ever. Resilient. Whoa, Adam, hello. Batmanda is a good alter ego. Yes, indeed it is. Can I change this so that you guys can hear the audio? Will you hear the audio?
Hello, Amanda. Oh. I really enjoy your channel. Batmanda is a good alter ego.
Thank you, Gladys. And thank you, Adam, for the $10 super chat. Also, Adam, if you would like a tarot card reading, are you a member on the channel? I don't know if you're a member on the channel, but you just sent our first super chat of the stream, so I'll make an exception to a tarot reading for you. If you'd like one, let me know. I'm glad you're feeling good today, Gabe. Thank you, Nick. It is a fun costume. I was thinking about putting cosplay as a tag, but then I was like, I don't know. Is this cosplay enough? I don't know. You tell me. You, the people. You got an early Xmas gift, Ricardo. What did you get? A new bed, queen size. Oh, feels like laying on a marshmallow. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. Am I lagging at all, or am I crazy? I don't think I am. Daniel, congrats on the 60 stream streak. What? Streaking on through. What a great way to spend a Sunday before vacation, streaking on through a batarang and utility belt, covering up the mistletoe and Christmas balls. Finally, I can use that. Finally, the time has come. Where are you going on vacation? I hope you have a great vacation. That's exciting. You're going on vacation tomorrow? Aw, thank you, Cherry. I appreciate it. The movie watch along was great yesterday. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Dichotic. Yes, if you don't know, for those of you that are here, you're a subscriber, says Adam. All right. Yeah, the tarot readings are usually for members on the YouTube side, and then, wow, I cannot type today, pardon me, and then subscribers on the Twitch side. But you sent our first super chat of the stream, Adam, and I feel like for that, you should get a little something. So, would you like a tarot card reading? How it works, by the way, for anyone that would like a reading, if you are a subscriber on Twitch, as I am multi-streaming right now, or if you are a member over on the YouTube side, you can become a member for, I think, like $2. It's not, you could just be any tier of member. So even if you're just one of the vampires, which is the lowest tier, I think it's like $1 or $2 or something. I will do a reading for you. I'm going to make a list. And then if you'd like to get bumped up the list, anyone that sends a $5 super chat or 500 bits on the Twitch side will get bumped up the list for priority. But yeah, Adam, would you like a tarot reading? Also, thank you again for that $10 super chat and for the kind words. I'm so glad that you're enjoying the channel. It is a chaotic channel. We do many things here, including sometimes dress like a bat and read people's tarot cards. But yes. New to tarot streams still. Yeah, no worries. Me too. Me too. I'm not amazing at reading tarot. I don't think I shouldn't sell myself short. I'm amazing at reading tarot. No, I don't think I can say that, but I have fun doing it. And this was a stream that we unlocked over on Twitch by getting to a certain number of subs. So that's why we're doing this today. But yeah, I like doing a little tarot reading stream. It's fun. Me, go baddie, chem dog, never. Daniel says, I missed that. What do I need for a reading? Well, you are already a member on, or a subscriber over on Twitch, because I see you got the Prime, you're a 13-month subscriber. So Daniel, you just need to say that you want a reading. You want a reading? I'm going to make a list. I am going to make a list, and then we'll get started. And then basically, if I say any subs, any members want a reading, and no one says anything, and I'm through my list, then I will open it up to anyone. And still, the rules will apply where if you send a $5 super chat or 500 bits, you'll get bumped up as well. So I might open the floor up, but I want to prioritize my members on YouTube and my Twitch subscribers, and Adam, who sent the first super chat of the stream. So, yes. Oh, Adam, thank you for becoming one of the vampires. You did not need to do that. You did not need to do that. I would have done one for you anyways, but I appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. My first member of the stream. Very exciting. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the channel. I make usually, I think, about a third or about a half of my money from YouTube actually comes from my lovely, lovely, lovely members over on the YouTube side. So thank you for supporting the channel. It is how I pay my bills, so I appreciate you. Adam, would you like a reading? And Daniel, would you like a reading? Daniel says, I want a reading. Rapala says, I'd like a reading. I don't really know how it works. But that's it. Although a reading sounds fun. Okay, Cherry wants a reading. Cherry's on the list. Marvel Man says, I am interested too. Okay, Marvel Man, you're on the list. Oh no, your gift sub expired yesterday. No worries, Chris. I'll put you down on the non-members, non-subs, non-members, so that you're here, and if I get through all of my members and my subs before the end of stream, then I will try to get you one if I can. I know last time it just was like, and I was surprised at how many people were here for tarot reading, and I was like, I don't even know if people will be here for it today, because I'm not going to be dressed like Wanda. I decided to not cosplay today. I just kind of wanted to chill in like a t-shirt and jeans and my bat sweater, so I wasn't sure if anyone would be interested, but thank you for being interested. Yeah, I'd love a reading. All right, awesome, Adam. I have you at the top of the list as you sent that super chat in. Just minor body aches. Kind of feel like I got shot. Yikes. Ouch. Ouch. I'm glad that you are feeling a bit better, though. Just a little under the weather. Just a little under the weather. Hopefully mentally you're feeling, emotionally you're feeling a little bit better, Cherry. Dichotic says, thank you for the highlighted message. Oh my goodness. So I make fists. Yes, it was so good yesterday. It was so good. It was so good. I had so much fun watching Die Hard, and that was a great little song, little ditty that you recommended that we check out after. It was adorable. Also, pop a book on like another level. Rapala, thank you for gifting to Chris. Chris, I'll add you down the list. There you go. Rapala's got you. So that's another sub. Okay, so we'll get started with this. Also, Adam, because you did send a $10 super chat, you also get added onto my little tree. I have a little tree in the background here. It's got ornaments on it. Each ornament represents a beautiful sub or a beautiful member or a beautiful super chatter. Someone that has basically supported the stream this month. So these are the options for what I can add to the tree for you. And then after that, we'll get into the tarot readings. I've got bells that I can add on the tree for you. A bell in your honor. I've got some ornaments. Green, white, red, gold, sparkly, matte. What do you like? Light green, dark green. And then I also have these little gifties, which I typically put under the tree. Mage, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Otto. Thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, Otto. Mage, thank you for the gifted sub. So, let me know, Adam, what ornament you'd like. I'll print a little label on it with your name, and then we'll set that up. Also, Mage, thank you for sending me that email, by the way. I did receive it. I saw it, so I will be sending out that prize shortly. It's on my list of things to do. We're able to watch those SNL skits. I haven't watched them yet. But I will. I will watch them. Domingo, right? Was that it? Domingo. I remember. Daniel, you can ask any question that you would like. The only thing that I ask is that it is an open-ended question. And we're going to start with Adam. So, Adam, do you have an open-ended question for me to ask the cards? It just can't be a yes or no question, something in regards to maybe your future. Duncan Mallory, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Aw, thank you, Duncan Mallory. I loves you. Thank you. Whoa, that cup just exploded. Y'all see that? Ruffy, what's your question? You got a box of 20 geodes. Nice. That sounds sick. Whoa, that's a lot of emotes in the chat. What's happening? Where'd that even come from? I don't even know what's happening. Oh, all right. That was a lot of emotes. I guess that was on the YouTube side. Whoa. I'm mentally incredibly exhausted as grieving is a lot, not only on the mind but the body, but I'm getting through it slowly. No rush on it though. I'll feel better when I'm ready to feel better mentally. 100%, 100%, Cherry. Latinum, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to update some things. Y'all are just going off, and I love to see it. Also on deck is Daniel. So Daniel, if you want to think of a question while I'm waiting for Adam. Adam, are you still here? And do you have a question ready for us? If not, I'll go to Daniel and then I'll come back to you. If you're still thinking about it, no pressure. No pressure. We keep it easy, light and easy and breezy. Latinum, thank you for the 100 biddies. 100 bitch, 100 bitch. Also, I have this post-it. Has it started yet? I think it started. Oh, it's starting tomorrow. Tomorrow there's the end of the year bonus round on Twitch, by the way. And you get like deals on subs. So just FYI for anyone that likes gifting subs and doing that crazy stuff. They're starting a thing and it'll be a good day to do that. And I'll tell you guys more info about it tomorrow. But you can also look it up on Twitch. But I have a post-it note here to remind me to tell you about it. Because I'm bad at remembering that stuff. Also, I think they're gonna have like a 30% off on their like merch store or something. So I have a promo code for that I can give you guys tomorrow when it starts. La 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 la. Where is Rapala? I gotta look. See. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Back to the YouTubes. As far as open-ended, I'm curious if I'll be able to retire comfortably someday, or is that too specific? I would say like maybe you want to ask something more like what would the state be? What would the state? What'll it be like when you retire is maybe a better question. I think that's open-ended enough. Yeah, you just don't want something of I'm curious if I'll be able to retire comfortably someday would be like a yes or no question. So I would phrase it like more like when I get to retirement, like what will that be like? Or, you know, is like when will I retire? So do you want me to ask more about like when you'll feel to be ready for that? Or do you want to kind of know more about like when that does happen, like what will it be like for you when you get to that stage? That I can do. Also, thank you so much for the hype train, guys. We're on our way to a level 2 hype train. We got a minute 30 till we get there. So thank you very much. And thank you for Rapala for modding. Appreciate you. What path should I take, the author or the side truck? What path should you take? The author or the side truck? In what? In a game? Oh, thanks, Lumix. Yeah, my mom is fantastic. My mom is awesome. I'm very blessed. I've very cool family members. What are the possibilities of my sisters coming on stream? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you guys will ever see my sisters. Maybe one of them. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see, Duncan Mallory. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to my sisters. A bit of both that you suggested, if at all possible. Okay, so like when and what will the state be like? That I can totally do. Mm, yeah, I could do that. Let me see. Edit. There we go. Did that. Done. Oh yeah, I also just hid that person, so that's handled. So they will be banished to the Shadow Realm and reported them to YouTube, so their account might not be long for this world. I'm a bat and I'm reading tarot cards. That's basically what's happened. And I'm reading your future, and I'm reading your future. Okay, and then we'll start over here, and then we'll continue on. Also, my mom is like so focused when she's on stream. I was like, look at my mom go. I'm like easily distracted by everything. I'm like, what's that? What's happening? What time is it? Who am I? Where am I? What chat say? What's going on? You're at a fork in the road. The other path is you focusing more on driving. Oh, are you asking like you want to ask the tarot this question, Ruffy, or are you just asking like for my opinion? Do you mean in life? I thought you meant in a game. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure of the context of the question. Are you just asking for my opinion? Do you have a preference for deck, Adam? I have 3 decks that we can do. I have a self-care deck. Which I could pull a card from. I might pull a card from this, depending on what the reading we get is. I have my standard deck. And then I have a Red Sonja tarot card deck. So let me know if you have a preference. That could be the next baking stream. What, with my sisters? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll see my sisters on stream or my papa, but perhaps. My mom definitely had a lot of fun. My mom would definitely want to come back on. Oh, do they have multiple accounts? Tarot Destroyer? I didn't see that. No preference. I'm a newbie. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I will do the standard deck because I'm feeling it right now. I'm shuffling it. Both mine and the opinion of an 800-year-old vampire. Yes, that is a fair question to ask. I do have much experience in life. Yeah, for the cards, it is for subscribers and members on the YouTube side and subscribers on the Twitch side right now, roughly. But I can put you at the bottom of the list for a tarot card reading, and if I get through all my subs and members that are interested, Once that's handled, if I have time, then I can ask the tarot cards for you. My opinion as me, to answer that question, would be, I don't know. Do you feel like you could switch to creating full time? What kind of creating do you do? Content creation? Do you feel you could switch to content creation full time and you know, finance your life is the question. Do you feel like if you put more time into that, you could pay your bills with it? If the answer to that is yes, then I would say go for it. Sometimes you got to take a bit of a leap. That's the thing that I sort of looked at when I was making that kind of shift. It wasn't really a shift. I was already doing content full time, but a shift to going independent doing content full time was, you know, can I actually sustain that? If not, then maybe like keep it more as like a part-time thing, work it up, and then when you're ready. Also, you know, what do you find the most fulfilling? Oh, okay, got you, Rafala. Did you message that in the mod channel over on Discord? Like, is Duck aware as well? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. But good to know. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for the heads up. Baywatcher, hello. I have like a list, so I can send you. We'll talk. We'll talk about this later. Ruffy, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. Happy 3 months. Thinking more of writing. I'm not too hip to the content creation world. I hate having to record myself, and it may be dangerous around certain folks. 100%. 100%, it is dangerous a little bit in that regard. I will add you to the list, Ruffy, and then we can see what the cards say as well. Creation versus driving for a career. I'll make a note of your question. All right, I'm going to focus on Adam's question. Tis me, Batmanda. Baywatcher, the tarot readings are for channel members. So if you are a channel member over on the YouTube side, then you can. All right, I'll be here till probably about 8, so we'll see how many I can get through, because I got to eat before I jump on to OF for a watch-along stream for What If episode number 1. But Baywatcher, I can add you to the list of non-members, and if I get through all my members and my subs over on Twitch that want one, then I can definitely do that for you after if I'm still on. But yes, Ricardo, I added you to the list. Okay, Adam wants to know. Okay, I'm gonna try something. that Chris actually did in a reading for me, which is grab a card off the bottom. And Chris used this as like the subject line of the reading. So this is the Three of Pentacles. So this is basically like the subject of our reading. It's supposed to be kind of like the main focus. Think of it kind of like the title, and then the other cards are going to be more like our body for you, Adam. Also, Ruffy, I would say that kind of just to go back to your question before I get fully into this reading, because you're asking about writing. I don't have a ton of experience. Well, actually, I guess I do have experience writing professionally because I was paid to do that. But I would say with writing, kind of a similar thing. Like, do you think you can do it and pay the bills? And, you know, what experience do you have with writing? Have you been paid to write? Have you been published? Things like that. I would just say definitely writing is a great thing to focus on, but it can take a lot of time, and you want to make sure you can pay your bills. So, yeah. And if not, then I would say just keep at it and keep writing and don't stop writing and try to get more traction, get things published, even short stories and stuff like that. Maybe from there you can, extend it. It depends on what you want to write too. What's the watch party movie? The watch party movie is something that we watched over on Discord. So we did a watch along for Die Hard, and sometimes we unlock those when we get to certain sub goals in the stream. Also, I think I got to update. Ruffy also sent a sub, so I think that's 4 of 10. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, awesome. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. Initial completion of work. Well, that sounds very fitting for you, Adam. Okay, so this is literally talking about a certain level of achievement being reached. So when you've gotten to a certain sort of point and you're kind of complete in terms of a project or something that's happening in your life. Thank you for the hydrate, Duncan Mallory. There's still more to be done, but you have reached a certain stage of things being complete. So this is concrete progress that has been attained. You will build something solid, basically, is what this is saying. So this is kind of, I think, talking about at a point where maybe you have enough to retire in your life, but there's still some like final things that you're a little like, okay, like which path do I take with my retirement? Like, what do I kind of want to spend that time doing? Is there still any other kind of work that I want to do on the side, or do I just want to fully relax? But it does sound promising in the fact that this is kind of our subject head, and it's basically saying like this is a time of completion, which also tells us, I think, that this tarot card reading is on the right track. So let us talk about the past. I did a 3-card spread. So I usually use it past, present, and future. Wait, how was this? I picked this up. Did I pick it up like that? I think it was the right way around. 4 of Pentacles is your past. A lot of Pentacles cards. So it seems like we are focused a little bit more on finance here, which makes sense. Holding on too tightly. So in the past, you've had a really strong commitment to financial and business matters. But it can mean that you maybe hold on a little too tightly, and perhaps in the past you've been really, really prudent, which means that it's hard for you to maybe move forward because perhaps you like to hold on to things as opposed to work on investing on things in the future. And it suggests that you've had an overwhelming desire for material and security and stability, which has perhaps caused you to not take risks, which means that your growth might have been at risk in the past. In the present, we have the Hanged Man. This is where we are in the present on this. Also, yes, I do my major arcana as well in the mix. Which says sacrifice. So I'm wondering if this is maybe saying that it might be a good time for you to invest in something. So I don't know if there's some kind of opportunity or something you've been thinking of doing, but you haven't been sure. Of course, take this with a grain of salt. Please do whatever you think is best. These are just cards. Do not live all of your life by these cards, please. But something to consider. Some people see the Hangman as a negative card. It's not a negative card, by the way. It is just representing a new perspective on things. It's a guy that's upside down. He's not in danger. Nothing bad will happen to him. He's just hanging by his foot. He looks actually super chill if you look at the card. He's got like a very chill expression on his face. And what it's basically suggesting is that you might need to give something up in order to make way for something else. So I think what this is saying is right now is a good time for you to kind of think, like you're doing basically by asking this question on this stream, to think about your future, to think about your retirement coming up, and kind of consider what you want those priorities to be, like maybe what you want when you retire and what you feel you need for that. And kind of focusing on, what are the things that you really want to get out of life and get out of your retirement, and then kind of committing to that and kind of looking at it from a different point of view, as opposed to maybe approaching it as you always have, where you've been maybe stockpiling or like really holding on to stuff. Maybe take some of that, and it might be a good time to actually use that to make your future reality. But let's see what the future says on this. So we've got Judgment, but it's upside down. It's inverted. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Chris. And the posture check, Chris. And the stretch, Chris. You got the Magician for this week? Nice, Peter. Look at all those little bats. So yeah, that's Judgment, and it's upside down. Is there a rest? Is there a rest your arm? No, there is not. Let me do a hydrate. Why, did you guys feel that you were concerned about my arm? Me holding it up that long? That wasn't that long. I used to have to do an acting class where we had to hold our arms like this out for like 10 minutes straight. Which doesn't sound hard until you do it. And then you're like, that's actually really hard to just hold your arms out straight up for 10 minutes without moving. I also used to be a life drawing model. So I'm used to holding poses. Resurrection and resolution. But it's inverted. So this is saying that in the future, Adam, you are going to reach a period where you will have to assess sort of how far you've come, but it is inverted. So I'm wondering if it's like things will just be really clear for you and it won't actually be so much an assessment as it will be like an epiphany, perhaps. Judgment reversed. Hmm. So I think it's saying, I think what this tarot reading is saying based on kind of this, it's saying that in terms of finances, uh this can be a sign, judgment reversed, that you maybe will have a financial setback in the future. And it's kind of a warning of like, don't be too hard on yourself if you experience that. It could also be a sign, and I think this seems more fitting to me, this version of the interpretation, is that you're kind of going into the same pattern. So rather than an assessment, you're kind of falling back into the norm. Perhaps you're not reflecting enough. And so I think what this reading is kind of trying to encourage you to do is to open up your perspective, be more aware as you approach the time of retirement, as you're sort of planning that out to other opportunities, other ways that you can maybe stockpile or investments perhaps that'll help you actually grow. Don't hold too tightly, don't be afraid, but also yeah, be careful because I think you will find yourself maybe trying to be tempted to fall into previous patterns, which perhaps haven't worked for you in the past in terms of allowing you to feel super prepared or super secure. And almost at the, when you're holding too tightly to stuff, it's going to make you just more paranoid about it as opposed to feeling actually prepared. And you might be missing opportunities that are coming your way now in the present. So with judgment, there is that risk that in the future you could fall into the same patterns. So I would just be aware of that. I don't necessarily think in any reading that a future is set. I think the awesome thing about tarot is that it gives us the opportunity to kind of glance into potential futures and then make an idea of kind of how we can negate or just kind of find our way through those paths so that we can get to the best possible outcome. And granted, I am also a believer of like, you know, you can kind of use tarot to reflect on what's happening around you and see all of these things in your life that are going on. And from that, make the best decision because obviously these are just cards. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it is your future, but it could be. So, yeah, it sounds like you might be nearing that potential time, but maybe there's some more things that you want done. And I think it might also be helpful to you to make a list of just, you know, what you feel like you need to feel ready to retire. Does that make sense to you, Adam? Is this resonating at all with you? Baywatcher said, I changed my mind. I don't want one, but I dig the vibe, though. Well, thanks, Baywatcher. I appreciate it. Jarell, thank you for the $2 super chat. Welcome on in. How are you doing, Jarell? Would you like a tarot reading today, by the way? I can add you to the list if you would. You are a member over on the channel. Appreciate the sticker. So cute. Also, KO Joe, hello. I am a bat. I am wearing my bat sweater. Batmanda. What made you what? That's crazy. I mean, yeah, I have never seen anything like that in a art class. And I know other people that are that have done life drawing modeling, and it's really really fun actually to see what people create with your poses and what you're doing. I found it very very rewarding. Um, and depending on the studio that you're at, it can pay pretty decently as well. The only thing is that you have to stay still. So you will probably feel sore. Amusing. Hello. Oh, was she naked? Was it like nude life drawing? Locke, hello. Yes, I got you, got you. You have good cat ears, branding. Thanks, Stanley. These are actually bat ears. I'm a bat. But thank you. I do love my cat ears. All right, we'll move on to Daniel. Adam, I hope that reading helped. I hope it was good for you. Locke, hello. How are you doing? Werewolf of Toronto. Werebat of Toronto. Or are you the werewolf of Toronto, Locke? I don't think Locke's based in Toronto, but I do have more work to do. I'm in my mid-40s and began saving late in life. Ah, you got yourself a financial advisor a few years ago. Nice. Has your financial advisor been suggesting like any changes that have been maybe making you feel a little bit more apprehensive? Definitely not trying to replicate mistakes of my youth. Yeah, I feel like it's just warning you like try not to hold on too tightly and just keep yourself like open to, you know, opportunities as they appear. I'm glad it helped. I'm glad it some of it's resonating with you. That's good. Yeah, I would say the fact that you made that shift to get a financial advisor right now, that could be the representation of the hanged man. That could be you actually like trying to get some other perspectives. And I think that that's the way you want to go and just watch out for potentially falling into those traps in the future. The Batmanda theme. Batmanda, the best superhero there is. Batmanda reading your future. The Werefox of Ottawa. I didn't see your bat wings. Oh, yes. There they are. Bat wings. Batmanda. All right. Next up is Daniel. Daniel, you still here? And do you have a question for us? On deck is Rapala. Dr. Malaleche says, I am Batman. Are you Batman? Could be. Never seen Batman and you in the same room. I'm struggling with how to word this. How close will I get to bringing some much needed joy to my best friend's world this holiday season? I think that's worded pretty great. So you want to know about sort of how that'll go for you. We could definitely focus on that. Also, if anyone does want to be added to the list, subs over on Twitch, members over on YouTube, since on YouTube we have subscribers and we have members, are being prioritized. So let me know if you would like a tarot reading in the chat. I can add you to the list. And then anyone that's not a member or not a subscriber on either of those platforms, let me know if you're interested. I can add you to my non-members, non-subscribers list. And if I get through everyone else, I will add you on. And any $5 super chats or 500 bits will bump you up the list if you are a little bit more in a rush. You can make yourself a priority. Prioritize. I will focus on that in just a second. Sorry, just let me finish sending this message and then I will be right with you, Daniel. When is the next time I'm gonna play Outlaws? Need some Nyx pets. That's a good question. That's a good question. Duncan Mallory, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to I'll make that my next goal. You guys want another Outlaws stream? I know there's a few people in the chat that love the Outlaws streams. So I'll make that my next sub goal. How are we doing for our sub goal here? We are still at 150. So when we get to our next sub goal, our current one is the coloring stream. But when we get to the next sub goal that I set, I will make it a Star Wars Outlaws one. Also, I'm surprised that we're still at that because I feel like, yeah, total subs. I feel like it hasn't updated. Maybe it has updated. I don't know. But yeah, when we get to 200, that'll be coloring. So the next goal that I set, whether that be in January or if we get to our goal before the end of December and then I set a new one, I'll make that for Star Wars Outlaws. But I'll try to get some in the mix before then if I can. There's too many games right now. That's the problem. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Let's do it. Ba ba ba. Yeah. You'll get a tarot reading, Jarell? Awesome. I'll add you to the list. I'm gonna bump you up a bit because you did send a little $2 sticker. I will pay someone to create a Batmanda theme. We need to make that happen, Adam, for sure. Batmanda theme. I need to get emotes, and then after that, maybe maybe a Batmanda theme. I did all this. Daniel, I don't need to go to the bathroom, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna refund you for those points, as I don't need to go right now. So I'm not gonna take a break, but thank you for encouraging me to take a break as needed. 'Tis important. Sometimes when you must piss, you must go. Go piss, girl. All right. Let's get back into it. Daniel. No, Daniel, I'm gonna refund you. You can spend the points on something else. I need to make some bigger points things for y'all. We need to make some crazy stuff happen. We need to, like, Amanda changes her outfit or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Amanda sings the Batmanda theme. Not sure what all the running around between sabacc games is all about. Why can't they just leave you alone to enjoy a nice, peaceful game of sabacc? That's true, Locke. That's true. All I want to do is sit and play sabacc. Okay, so Daniel is wondering about his best friends and if he's going to make their holiday enjoyable. And Adam says, not apprehensive. No, actually makes me feel encouraged. Oh, okay, good. Well, then maybe the hangman is saying, you know, you need to open yourself up to new perspectives, aka what you're doing is great. So that makes sense. That makes sense. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Just in the future, watch out for repeating patterns, I guess. Maybe that's what the judgment is trying to tell us that was reversed. How close will I get to bringing some much needed joy to my best friend's world this holiday season? How close will I get to bringing, how close will Daniel get to bringing some much needed joy to my best friend's world this holiday season? Oh, Daniel, do you have a preference for which tarot deck I use? How are those emotes going? I have not started on them yet, Cherry, but thank you for checking. I will though. I will though. 2025. I'm definitely going to make sure I get that done. Our choices are my standard tarot deck that I use. Red Sonja. I don't know why I tapped on that like it was ASMR, but I did. And I also have a self-care deck, which actually in this case feels like it might be relevant. So if you'd like a card from this deck, let me know. Or if you would like me to do the reading with this deck, it'll give us a bunch of self-care cards, tips for things to kind of keep track of. It's got things like family, burning bowl ritual, sync with the moon, bunch of little like self-help, self-care, healing practices that you can do. Or there's Red Sonja, or there's the standard. You pick Sonja every time. All right, well, we can do Sonja again. I like Sonja. We haven't done a reading yet with Sonja. Let's do it. Let's stick with what you like. JC West, welcome to the Golden Fang Gang. Thank you so much for joining the Fang Gang, my friend. I hope you enjoyed that members-only content that is at the Golden Fang Gang tier. I have some more stuff that should be coming up soon. I know I've said that for a while, but I have these vlogs. I just need to find time to release them because I can only put up 3 videos in a day. Not my rule. It's kind of a YouTube thing. That's not technically a rule. It's not a rule that they tell you, but it is a rule that you should live by. So thank you very much. Our second member of the stream. Why does my chat want to freeze? Is the tarot reading inspired by Craven? I don't know. Is there tarot in Craven? Or you mean because I'm a bat? And Craven is one with the animals. In Craven, perhaps. Okay, Red Sonja. Let's see. And then I think maybe we'll pull a self-help card. Amusing, all right, we'll be here. Also, hello, Amusing, if I didn't say hi to you earlier. I think I did, but yes. How close will Daniel get to bringing so much needed joy to his best friend's world this holiday season? This one popped out, so I'm going to keep that card. So, we've got our subject, which is the star. Which is interesting. That could be representing your friend, I'm thinking. Hmm. Sounds good. Sounds hopeful. The star represents meditation, restoration, serenity, and hope. So it could mean this could be a representation of you taking this time to help your friend and just the hopefulness that will that we're seeking to bring into the world through these actions. Celebratory mayonnaise. Well, thank you for the mayonnaise, I think. Not a big mayonnaise person, but thank you. Our first card, which represents the past, is Three of Wands. Three of Wands, which is about foresight and preparation. So this could mean that in the past you have actively worked to help your friend in this way by anticipating perhaps some of the problems that have come up. And that has been your approach, is to kind of like, as you see things might cause problems, you kind of try to prepare to help your friend with her wife. You need a Madam Web cosplay for tarot card streams. 90s animated series, not the movie. Madam Web, that would be a fun one to do. That would be a fun one to do. This is our present. This is the Fool. Now, the Fool might sound like a bad card, but it's not necessarily a bad card. Once again, I like to remind you guys, the Fool card can actually be good. It's a sense of optimism, but usually also represents a sense of careless abandon. It's a never-ending conversation with her. Oh boy. Okay. So this is resonating so far, I think, Daniel. You're going to go back to the previous tarot stream really quick. No worries, Chris. We'll be here. I'll see you in a bit. So the Fool represents awareness, hope, innocence, and beginning here. Yeah. Awareness is an interesting one. Awareness usually in the sense that like you need to be more aware, I believe. Innocence and beginning. So hope is good. I think what I would say, based on my understanding of the Fool, actually, is that this might more represent a sense of carelessness, perhaps, that your friend is experiencing right now, that you're trying to help her with, where maybe she's not as aware and you are the one that's trying to bring some awareness into the situation because sometimes she's not seeing what's really going on in terms of where the problem actually is. So maybe she's more seeing, you know, like this is what's happening, but not actually able to get to the source of it. Love the word hope. The word hope is good. Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like the Fool is usually a pretty hopeful card because the Fool is like this innocent, kind of just boundless, like kind of doing what they want, kind of carefree. But you do need to be a little awareness is an interesting one because I've never thought of the Fool as being super aware. I'll look this up. So this is representing it can represent a new adventure as well. So I wonder if this might be a representation of you helping your friend to kind of come to this better place and that everything is feeling really good and really optimistic right now. And that it could be a good time to maybe take some risks and start a new chapter. So it might be that we are actually moving forward into a new era. which sounds good. But let's see what the future holds. The future is the Emperor. The Emperor. That's interesting. So the Emperor is reason, stability, authority, structure, and fatherhood. So perhaps it's saying that in the future you will be someone to maybe help them with providing some sense of stability and a kind of a voice of reason in the relationship. So I think what it's saying is that you're going to actually be able to bring a lot of good here because we already have that you've prepared coming into it. There's a lot of hope going forward. This is a new chapter, a new beginning. There's a lot of optimism in this reading. And we're also seeing that in the future, there is going to be this sense of reason, which I think is representing you. I think you might be the Emperor in this reading, Daniel. So that sounds all pretty positive. Is it that usually these two tend to get very maybe caught up in the emotions of the relationship and therefore find it hard to actually get down to the nitty gritty of what the real problem is and resolve it because they're kind of caught up in the personal nature, obviously, of what's going on because it's a relationship. And we all kind of can do that. And sometimes, can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, so it looks like everything's going to be pretty successful in the future based on the Emperor. That would be my understanding of this card. I think this is representing you bringing that sense of stability and trying to help them in a way to like make things better. Because although the Emperor is one that like rules, the Emperor usually isn't seen as like a negative card that's like too controlling. It's like control for the sake of good. Do I have a bear hood? I do. I have a bear hoodie as well. I have a bear onesie. The most powerful card in the deck, says Peter. That's true. That's true. Take risks with intuition. The biggest problem is her inability to recognize how her decisions bring on what she's going through, but her conversations are getting her there. Okay, so it sounds like as long as you continue to like provide that support, it sounds like you will be able to really help to guide them both to a better place with each other where they can have more understanding in why things happen in their relationship. Hi, Wedgie Time. I'm good. How are you doing? Welcome on in. So this is a pretty positive reading, which is good. I feel like the last reading I gave you was about will you spend too much money, and the answer was yes. So I like that this is an optimistic reading for you. Yay! Excellent. Yeah, I think that it's going to be worthwhile, and I think you will be able to help them. You will be like a guiding light. So that's great. I'm so glad you're able to do that for them, and that's awesome. And hopefully it will be less taxing on you in the new year, as I know being there for our friends in that way, well, of course it's amazing, it can be kind of challenging and taxing. And you definitely did spend too much money. Yeah, well, we warned you. But, hopefully it was worth it, and hopefully it all felt really good. Okay, let's move on. So that was Daniel. Jarell, I bumped you up because you just sent the $2 sticker. On deck is Rapala. So Rapala, if you want to prepare a question for us. Jarell, do you have a question for me? The only thing that I ask is that you keep it kind of open-ended, so no yes or no answered questions. So not like, will I have a delicious breakfast tomorrow? Yes or no, you know? Just try to avoid those. But as long as you keep it open-ended, pretty much anything flies. And as long as, of course, it's TOS appropriate. I might get some more water. It was a very positive reading. I agree. Very positive indeed. And then after Rapala is Cherry. So Cherry, if you would like to prepare as well a question for us, feel free to start thinking. Those are my next three. Jarell, Rapala, then Cherry. And if you would like to be added to the list, friends, this is my tarot reading stream. This was a stream that we requested. So I'm going to pop the tarot in there. And basically how it works is if you're watching on the YouTube side, hello my YouTube friends, if you are a member on the channel, whether you are one of the vampires or the Golden Fang gang, you can request a tarot card reading. I'll add you to the list. If you're not a member, no worries. I can still add you to the list, but the only thing is I put those folks that are not members down at the bottom. If you'd like to bump yourself up, if you're a member, you can spend a $5 super chat. Sorry, I'm getting my Twitch and my YouTube confused. If you spend at least a $5 super chat, or honestly, if you spend any super chat, I'll bump you up for that. So that'll give you priority. And then over on the Twitch side of things, if you are a subscriber, then I will add you to the list. You can just let me know you'd like a tarot reading and I'll add you. If you are not a subscriber, if you're just a follower, if you're just here to chill, if you're just hanging with us, I can also add you on, but I'll put you at the bottom with the nons. And then once I get through all the people that are, subs and members, I'll get to you. And if you would like to be bumped up for priority, 500 bits will bump you up the list. But also, honestly, any priority bumps you up the list if you would like a reading. So that's how it works. I was thinking about one in advance right now when you started reading them. Ooh, nice, Cherry. Nice. Keep that thought process going. Love to hear that. Jarell said, I guess my question will be on my outcome as far as career and social relationships in the new year, as far as friendships, meeting new people, and I guess I'll do the basic deck. Okay, so we'll do my standard deck, my first deck. It's the first deck I ever owned for tarot reading. I love this deck. I'm going to grab some more water and then I'll do that for you. So you want to know more about the outcome as far as career and social relationships in the new year, as far as, especially in regards to meeting new people, new friendships, things like that. That's a great question. Let me get some more water. I'll be right back and we'll get right into your question, Jarell. Be right back. Oh, that's not where I want that. I'm not getting snacks. I'm just getting water. BRB. I have returned. And I actually did get snacks. I got some snacks. But I'm going to do this reading first. Then I'm going to let myself have a few snackaroos. Also, Adam, Adam, are you still here? Did you say what gift you wanted on the tree, by the way? Because we could add one for you if you'd like one. I've got these guys. I got bells. And I got little gifties. I got green, white, red, gold options for the ornaments, gold bells, and then white, green, and red gifts if you would like. And I will add you onto my little sub Christmas tree. Whoa! sub, member, super chat, just rad people, a Christmas tree if you would like to be added. Boop. Okay. Am I answering questions? Yes, Vito Screamer. We're doing some tarot card readings for people that would like them. DJ Knight, welcome in. This is how it works if you'd like some more information on that. I hate nighttime when you're a little under the weather. Oh, yeah, it's the worst. Why is it that you always feel the worst at the beginning of the day and the end of the day for that? All right, so for Jarell, we are asking about what will Jarell's outcome be like as far as career and social relationships in the new year, and especially in regards to meeting new people and forging new relationships, friendships. So Jarell would like to know about the outcome of the new year. Career and social relationships. Friendships. Social relationships. Friendships. To career. All right. Let's see what we get. So, this is our bottom card. So this is supposed to be like our subject line. I'm really enjoying these subject lines. Thank you again, Chris, for showing me this. I think this is a really cool concept. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. So with the Queen of Cups, interesting subject line for a reading here. Cups tends to be, because Cups is water-based, tends to be more emotional of a set. The Beloved. You might meet someone this year that is beloved. Queen of Cups represents a figure who is profoundly in touch with her emotional world, a world that is of paramount importance to her. So this card suggests that any issues that are related to feelings might be coming to the fore. It could be any kind of relationships. And it implies that your feelings should not be ignored at this time. Oh, it connects with the Scorpio sign. That's my star sign. So it could also be representing a Scorpio in your life, if you know any other Scorpios. It could also mean that you find someone's about to enter your life this year that's going to be someone that you're just completely enamored with, whether that's a friend or perhaps someone in the romantic world. Could be connected to someone at work. I don't know. We'll see. See what we get in terms of career stuff. So our past is 9 of Cups. Green or gold seems appropriate. Your choice. Thank you, Batmanda. You are so welcome, Adam. Green or gold? I'm gonna do. Let's see. What does our tree need right now? I think it needs a bit more gold, honestly. I'm gonna do a little gold ornament. I'll do a little matte ornament if that's cool with you. One of these little baubles. So we'll set that to the side here, and after I finish this reading, I will put a label on it for you. So, Nine of Cups. We're getting a lot of cups. Oh my, a lot of cups. Vito, thank you so much for becoming one of the vampires. Welcome on into the Fang Gang, my friend. Would you like a reading today? Is that why you joined us? Or did you just join us to support the channel? Either way, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll add you on here. Actually, I think I've gotten 3 members this stream. So 3 is what that should be at. Let's see what we get here. 9 of Cups. Cups are actually at the beginning. I don't know why I'm going so far. Oop. 9 of Cups represents sensual satisfaction. This is a very steamy reading right now for you, Jarell. Sensual satisfaction. So your past has been sensually satisfying. It's known as the wish card. It suggests that a dream will be realized or a wish can come true. Often connected with emotions and relationships, but it can refer to anything that is close to your heart. So I think what this is implying is that 2024 has been a pretty optimistic year for you, where you have felt pretty fulfilled. So like there's been some wish fulfillment that's been happening, whether that's perhaps in regards to your career or perhaps in regards to the people around you, since you asked about both of those things. It could really be either. And this is just saying that you did have this time in the past. It might not be 2024. It might have been before that. And it's just encouraging you to have enjoyed that time in the past, recall on that fondly, because it is also not always a permanent time. No, Amanda, I joined because I followed your channel for 2 years and your content is great. You are a very positive person. Well, thank you, Vito Screamer, and thank you for the support. I appreciate you. If you would like a tarot reading, you are welcome to be added to the list as you are a member, but also just thanks for supporting the channel. That's so... Thank you. 2 years. It's been a minute we've been doing this, hasn't it been? Oh my. Batman is my new favorite superhero. Oh, I'm so glad. Guys, you guys are gonna make me cry. Everyone is so sweet. I'm so glad that we've had such a good year together. Thank you, everyone. I hope this continues to be a positive reading for you, Jarell. Queen of Pentacles is our present. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is also a pretty good card. Pentacles tend to be more focused on the financial side. So this could be more in relation to perhaps your career and sort of what's going on with that element that you asked about. Let me see. I am trying not to cry, just thinking about how awesome you guys are. And also, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that was in the stream yesterday with my mom. Or whether you were chatting or not chatting or lurking, it was just such a positive time, and you guys really made my mom feel welcome, and she really does want to come back and stream again. So thank you for continuing to make this space a very safe space for myself and for my mama. You know, it can be scary, I think, for people being on camera, especially. And my mom was like, I think, a bit nervous, and everyone made her feel very at home. So thank you. Well, she might be coming back. I think she will be coming back. I think we're going to do another baking stream together soon. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when we have a date picked. But yes, you guys are amazing. Thank you. My mom is amazing. You're all amazing. So thank you for just making this thank you just for making this such a positive space for me, because it's been a weird year transitioning from being on a channel every day where I knew what to expect to doing my own thing and really not knowing what to expect and feeling very uncertain. And I mean, just in terms of what I'm doing and wondering if I'm doing the right stuff with my life, but also just in terms like of financially, it's been interesting. So it really means like it really means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna skip back to this reading. Love of luxury. Love of luxury. Oh boy. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles represents a person who is practical and materialistic, both aware of and in touch with the real world, connected with earthly reality in a way that the queens of the other suits are not. Harnessed to the earth in a very matter-of-fact way. The Queen of Pentacles is fully aware of herself as a sensual being. There's a lot of sensual stuff happening in this reading, Jarell, who values the body and its needs in an unashamed way. She's willing to work hard for what she wants, equally content to enjoy the fruits of her labors. Like those born under the sign of Taurus. These are like great signs. Can I just say too that these cards are connected to? Scorpio for Queen of Cups, Taurus for Queen of Pentacles. Both signs that I really like. She's generous towards herself and others. So it could mean that you have someone like this that's about to enter your life. Or it could mean that you right now are entering a period where you should really just focus on your wants and your desires and really go for it. It's going to be a time that's going to be really fulfilling for you. So hopefully you feel like you're in a pretty good place right now, Jarell. It sounds like you're coming from a good spot with 9 of Cups. You're in a great spot with Queen of Pentacles. This could also just be someone in your life. Maybe there's a Taurus coming up. You might be meeting the Queen of Cups sometime this year because that's our subject line. I think this might be like... This might be the thing to watch out for. This idea of being in touch with your emotions. That I think is going to open up this whole world of riches for you. And let's talk about the future. Okay, so the future is where it's going to get a little interesting. This is 9 of Wands. We got us a lurker here. Oh, there's always lurkers here. Lurkers are welcome. Welcome, lurkers. Batmanda is the high priestess of tarot card readings, chat. Oh, thank you, Z. Also, Z, welcome in. How you doing? Aw, thank you, guys. You've all made it a positive place for me. Seriously. Oh, Otto, no worries. I'm so sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad that this has provided a good space for you. That it sounds so stressful and so trying, but you are just doing great. Thank you for being here and just being such a lovely, positive force in the streams and chatting with us and engaging. It really, like, honestly, even you guys don't have to do anything. Like, just viewing a stream, just even if you're chatting, if you're not chatting, just being here like does help me. So please never feel obligated. Don't stretch yourselves thin. I never want anyone to do that. I just know that you being here, Otto, has been so helpful and so blessed. So thank you so much for being here. 9 of Wands. Jarell, I don't know. This one might not be as sensual as our previous cards. But 9 of Wands, I believe is still a pretty good card. I think it's, yeah, inner strength. Yeah, inner strength. So, in the future, you might find yourself in some challenging situations, but you will have enough strength within yourself to make things happen. No matter how challenging things get, you're going to make it through. And even though you may doubt yourself, you need to believe in yourself. So in the new year, you might come up against some challenges. Please believe in who you are and what you've built, and probably also use the people around you that you're going to be possibly be connecting with this year. It looks like you are going to have some new people coming into your life that are going to be inspiring to you and just spark a lot of fun times, and also just perhaps be people that you are enamored with in your life. So I would say rely on that, rely on yourself, because you've got this. So you are probably going to have to face some kind of hardships, but you're going to make it through and you're going to be wiser for it. And you're going to have gained a new personal experience. So this is super positive. This is such a positive reading. Like, I don't even know. So it sounds like the theme is be in touch with your emotions. Watch out for perhaps a Scorpio in your life that might be coming in to your life that is going to just like bring in this really great emotional abundance, who's going to be someone that you are completely enamored with. The card gives mermaid vibes, so we love that. In the past, you've had some great times, and you've probably also appreciated those great times, and through that it may even lead you to where you are in your present with the Queen of Pentacles, which is going to be encouraging you to focus now on your desires, your wants. Perhaps there might be a Taurus coming into your life that also represents this card right now. You may have just connected with someone that is that, who will encourage you, I think, to have just more fun, but also knows how to be practical and reasonable. And then in the future, you're going to come up against hardships in 2025. This also could be in relation to your career, but I think through just the previous people that you've met, through the experiences that you've had, you'll be able to draw on that inner strength within yourself and make it through. So it sounds like 2025 for you, while we'll have challenges, it won't be anything that you can't handle. And through it, you're just going to see more growth and more wisdom. Sounds really positive to me. Rapala, thank you for the highlighted comment. Cherry, thank you for the highlight comment. I'm gonna catch up with some chat. But Jarell, does that resonate with you? Does that feel good for you? Let me know if you need any more clarity here, but it sounds pretty straightforward and pretty good to me. Yeah, you guys always make me cry, man. I had to hold it back yesterday. You guys were challenging me. Co-stream lurking. How is your stream going? Amusing. I hope it's going well. Are you still playing Elden Ring? Or not Elden Ring, Mass Effect? I'm just sorry. I'm obsessed with Elden Ring right now. I've been thinking about it so much. I might have to play next year, guys. Cherry says, I know you have had your struggles this year and got through them with strength and determination. You are so incredibly strong. We're stronger than you think. And your strength boosts up my strength. I've been stronger since I've met you, and I'm so glad Lucy introduced me to you. And if you ever need help at all, I'm here for you and will gladly help you. Thank you, Cherry. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Amusing. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm so glad that you're also here in our community. Amusing, you're also such a positive force, and it's so lovely having you in chat, and I genuinely enjoy just our discussions that we have on, like, various nerdy things. I love getting your perspective on stuff. Daniel said, dude, stop crying. There's no crying tarot reading. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Aw, thank you, Daniel. Oh, I appreciate it. And I'm glad to know that you're here. And yes, I don't always hear from everyone. And sometimes when I don't hear from people, I'm like, I hope they're good. I hope they're okay. I haven't seen them in a minute. So even if you guys are in chat and you don't feel like chatting, if you ever just want to be like, hi, I'm here and I'm doing well, that's always appreciated too. And thank you, Daniel. I'm so glad that the streams have been doing good for you. I also know it's good when I don't hear from people or I don't see people in a while, because it means they're out in the world touching grass, which we should all do. Because, you know, we can't all live on the internet all the time, as tempting as it is, and as fun as it can be. It's good to have a balance, a healthy balance. Rapala says, I truly wouldn't have made it through this year without you. Thank you for teaching me how to keep going, teaching me how to take care of myself, and let myself hurt, but still find the good in the world. Yes, Rapala, yes, this is peak what I want for everyone. We got to feel the pain to get to the other side. Pain is just life, man. But it doesn't have to destroy you. Aw, Otto, thank you. We're all gonna just be crying. There's just gonna be a puddle of tears. Oh my gosh, Lummox. Cool Jeff up in the chat. Nice little sunglasses on Jeff. The final DLC. Then reload and lower the difficulty for a trophy. How delightful, Amusing. Well, congrats. I knew you could do it. I believed in you. Oh, that's nice musing. Awesome. Still torturing himself on insanity level. Lumix is like, I'm in stream and can confirm. Chemdog says, as the first doctor said, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine. 100%. Although, you know, it's hard to not cry. The doctor knows this. He's been crying a lot lately. The Bucko, thank you so much for following. Welcome on in to the Fang Gang, my friend. Dante, thank you for the highlighted message. Hello, hello. Jarell says, seems promising. This year was overall kind of a mixed bag. Can't wait to move on to a year of positivity. If anything, I hope 2025 will be as good as 2022. That's when I came across your channel. Jarell, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. And I mean, it sounds like while you will have challenges in the future this year, it does sound pretty positive. I'd watch out for just anything that feels right to you in terms of anything you want or desire in life. Like, I think you should really invest in yourself this year with the Queen of Pentacles. And I also feel like maybe watch out for a Taurus coming your way. Someone cool that you could really vibe with. Nine of Cups is probably representing some of those good times you've had in the past. And I think this even showing up in the reading, though, implies to me that, like, you just got to make it through, and that's all probably coming full circle. Because, you know, our past has a way of defining our future, if that makes sense. So I always think of a lot of the readings, too, as kind of being, like, cyclical, like, kind of being little loops. Baitwatcher says, Amanda, normally I'm against witchcraft, but I really like how you're doing it. Well, thanks. Just a little bit of witchcraft, you know, just a little sprinkle. But I think the interesting thing about tarot cards is some people will interpret tarot as like me doing some magic or something, and I'm like, I mean, you can read into tarot that way. I don't think of it as so definitive. I think of tarot as being quite fluid, so it is more something that allows us just insight into our world and our lives, and I think self-reflection is really good, and tarot can allow us to do that. You know, don't let the cards dictate your life, but let the cards help you to reflect on what's going on and what could happen, and allow you to maybe just prepare yourself, if that makes sense. Aw, thanks, Ricardo. I appreciate you. Adam says Mass Effect 2 is gamer life changing for me. I'm a retro gamer at my core. Nice, Adam. Yeah, Amusing Streamer has been over on his Twitch channel playing through Mass Effect 3 on Insanity, and it sounds like it's been such a wild ride. I was on for 4 hours. Yeah, it sounds like something spicy might be coming your way. Baywatcher. Baywatcher, I agree. I agree. It sounds like Jarell. There might be some sensual things. So, or there have been sensual things. Do with that what you will. Have I read the Final Cut graphic novel by Charles Burns? I have not. Would you recommend it to me, Vito? What's it about? I like reading this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I like making it I like feeling like I'm helping people with things. That also feels good. Uh Witchcraft? Witchcraft. Witchcraft we talking about. Hello, Dark Horse. Thank you. It has wings. Thank you to Daniel who got this for me. Who's in chat right now. Off of my Amazon wish list. You're a Taurus? Is that what you're saying, DJ? Or you're a Gemini? Sorry. I can't see. I'm blind. Don't mind me. Now I see the symbol that is in the circle. Something smells like broccoli. I think someone's making broccoli somewhere in this bunker. All of my messages are being checked by mods, so there may be some repeats coming if approved. What? They're all being checked? The auto mod's getting you? Yeah, I don't see anything on my end, but... Oh, yeah. I think it's just... I see what you're saying. I will allow this. I'm happy as a loon 99% of my life. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a good way to be. But I feel that way too, but I also feel like as someone who is primarily quite happy, it means that in the future, in the future, it means that when I'm really down, it really hits me. My highs are real high, my lows tend to be pretty low, unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna have a little snack, and then we're gonna move on to Rapala. So Rapala, do you have a question for us? And Cherry, you're on deck, and then Marvel Man's up next. 100%. Yeah. Daniel's living the life. I also love one of my favorite things about the multi-streaming. Also, let me set up this bauble here for Adam, and then I'll have a little snack, and then we'll get back into it. Is I just love how y'all chat between streams. It makes me so happy that like I love having the chat up. I don't know if I am technically breaking rules. I'm always wondering if that's actually allowed because I remember when they started the rules for multi-streaming on Twitch, they said something about like you can't like acknowledge chat or the wording was weird though. So I was like, I don't know what do they mean I can't talk to the chat? Do they mean I can't have the chat up? But I think it's more like you can't have the chat come into your main chat. But that also might not be a thing because now when I'm chatting with people on I actually don't know. Actually, on mine, I'd probably be able to see both and everything. But when you do a collab stream, right, with someone where you do a guest stream, does the YouTube chat come up into doesn't come up into my Twitch chat. I think it's that you can't funnel it directly into the chat on the site, but you can have it up on the screen. I think this is fine. And I love that y'all talk to each other. It makes me so happy. I love the camaraderie. It's a good vibe. I want to ask a question. How are you and the whole crew? I'm doing well, Eric. How are you? Also, welcome in. Welcome in. Crew, how you doing? But the people in my life, that my crew that are sometimes here with me are also doing quite well, I believe. You're a Taurus. Nice. Taurus is a great sign. Rob, you got a great sign. I like the Taurus sign. I'm not a big star sign person, but I know some Tauruses in my life, and they're great. They're hot hotties, those Tauruses. So, probably another hot hottie in the chat. Adam N. Shoutouts to those Tauruses in my life. If you're watching the stream, you know who you are. You know who you are, you hot hotties. Print. Adam, this one's for you. I gotta do the makeup thing. Hey. Put it on the little bubble. Get a little hook. Also, Chris. I don't know if Chris is in chat. I don't think. Chris Ash. Chris Ash, if you're in chat. Or if you're here, if you're lurking. You're gonna have to help me pick a star for this tree. But if not, if Chris isn't here, I gotta message Chris later and get some assistance. All right. Adam is right next to Ira in good company. Marvel Man, my pleasure. Oh, thank you, Marvel Man. I appreciate it. That's so kind of you. Time Roller, whoops, what's up with you? I'm doing pretty good. We're just doing some tarot readings over here. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Were you streaming today? Hope it's been good to you. Your main console is still a refurbished PS2. I love that. You know, PS2 era, I've heard is a really good era. I would never been a big PlayStation player myself, but for my friends that have PlayStations, I've heard it's quite a good era. Thank you, Marvel Man. That's so kind of you. Seriously, it's lovely also having you in stream with us. I mean, You guys just bring so much joy to my experience streaming, so thank you. It's so delightful. And even today, like, I was tired and I was like worried that, like, I don't know, like, is anyone even gonna be here for this? Does anyone want tarot readings from me? I don't feel like I'm very good at it. And then you all came in and just made it great. And also, yes, I am wearing my Morbius shirt. It's Morbin time. Cherry said, I also hope I made a good impact on your life too, Amanda, and everyone else. You definitely have, Cherry. You definitely have. Do not question. Keocho says the lurker awaits. The lurkers always be here lurking. And we love them. Lurkers, we love you. Alright, I'm gonna have a snack. Rapala, do you have a question for us? And also, Cherry, you're next, and then Marvel Man. Then, I got a few more people. After that, we got Chris Townsend. Then we got Ruffy. And then after that is Ricardo. And I will just remind you guys, if you would like to be added to the list for tarot readings, you can be. You too could get a tarot reading today from Batmanda. What do you need to do? Good question. If you are a subscriber over on Twitch, you just need to tell me that you want one, and I'll add you to the list. If you are a member over on my YouTube channel, you just need to tell me you want one, I'll add you to the list. If you are not, that's fine. If you're just following, if you're just subscribing over on the YouTube side, that's fine. I can also add you to the list. And if you would like to be bumped up the list, anyone that donates a $5 super chat on YouTube or 500 bits will get bumped up that's already on the list. If you gotta go or things like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna prioritize subscribers on Twitch and members on YouTube, but then I'll open it up to everybody after that. And I got about an hour left to try to get through everyone. So we'll see how we do. I'm also a slow bean. I'm very slow. Your plan is not succeeding. What is your plan, Eric? What is your plan? I'm doing good. Trying to make sense of Death Stranding. Is that your plan? Yeah, that sounds challenging. That sounds challenging. What are you doing in Death Stranding? You're walking? Some other stuff happens, right? There's a baby in it? Is that true? Rapala said, after Tabby and I split up, I reconnected with somebody I knew from back in high school. It's been a couple weeks, and I've been incredibly happy. She has too. So, I say all that to say I want to know what the future has in store for her and I. Her name is also Amanda. Wow. I love hearing that. Chris says, I'm a Leo. Well, welcome in, Chris. Leos are also welcome. Leos are also cool. I'm trying to think. I think I know a Leo. Is my dad a Leo? Maybe. What's the time frame for Leos? Yes, Terry, you definitely do. You definitely brighten up the stream, 100%. Time Roller said, played Defenders of the Wild, a co-op tower defense game with the cute animals. We lost, and then played the speed word party game. Anomia! I love Anomia. And I tied with my cat Mooch. Surprisingly quick at word games. Wow, your cat is amazing. Your cat beat you at Anomia? Skills. A co-op tower defense game with cute animals. That sounds fun. Defenders of the Wild. I haven't played that one. I'll have to look that one up. Defenders of the Wild. Nope. No, no, no. Oh, it's new. It just came out this year. Oh, the art looks so good for this game. I want to play this. I'm going to add it to my BG. Oh, wait. Maybe my BG isn't saved. I'm going to leave this open, and then I'm going to add it to my BG after stream. Sounds fun. And it's got good ratings, so that's nice. Although, you know, on BG, there's games that they like and games that they just don't like, so. You just thought of the perfect line for last night's stream as soon as I was going to bed. What's the perfect line, Just Rob? Thank you for reposting your question, Rapala. Do I have an interest in Death Stranding, or has anyone played it before? I do have an interest in it. Yes, I have wanted to play it. I've heard it's good. Weird, but good. Just Rob says, I would like a reading. Okie dokie. I will add you to the list, Just Rob, as you are, I believe you are not subscribed right now. Oh, why isn't this letting me? Can I, excuse me, can I, whoop, there we go. But I will add you to the non list, so you'll be under Ricardo for now. Eric says, I'm doing well. This game is making me crazy. I think that's the experience. You're a Gemini? Nice, Chemdog. We have a few Geminis in chat. Just Rob, thank you for using your Prime here. You did not have to do that, my friend. I will bump you up. You're right under Ruffy. And thank you for using the Prime. You could use it anywhere, and you chose to use it here, and that means a lot to me. It also ups my sub goal for the day. Yay, we're at 6 out of 10. Whee! Thank you. Are you and your mom going to make gumbo? Yeah. Oh my gosh, we were having the gumbo chat the other day. I don't know if my mom knows how to make gumbo. I definitely do not. I'll ask her next time I'm talking to her. Next time I'm sending my mom a text or giving her a call. Or in the next few days I'll see her for Christmas. I see that Amazing Spider-Man is relaunching with a new #1 again in April. Yes. Again, a new #1. Just what I wanted for the new year. A new #1 of Spider-Man. It's great. There's only one chapter. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited that I love that Lucy loved it. That's awesome. They should just make that a renew every month. I know, I hate that they don't do that with Prime. Because it's also like kind of sneaky, because it's like if you forget that you haven't used it, you can like you'll lose it, it doesn't roll over. Vito says, I would like a reading. A cool Morbius t-shirt. I will add you onto the list, Vito. Whoa! Licensed to cosplay. Thank you so much for following. Also, amazing username. Do you cosplay? Do you stream? Do you have a license? Where do I get one? I'd love one. Welcome on in. Thank you for following. Sorry, I'm reading about all of the amazing things that you guys are talking about over on the YouTube side now. Ricardo says, I'm a Taurus. Another hottie in the chat. Vito, Aquarius, nice. I know some cool Aquariuses too, actually. I would really love to have some pinball machines, actually, myself. See you guys talking about arcade cabinets. It will always be Morbid time for Sony. They're still nostalgic for Spider-Man 2 20 years ago. Oh, boy. Your mom was a Capricorn. I've also known some really lovely Capricorns in my life. The snack is good, Adam. The snack is satisfying. I'm going to eat one more piece of naan, and then we're going to get right back into it with Rapala's question. Will Paul marry Mary Jane? I hope not. I think we're going back to one, so I think Paul will be gone. I think Paul will be gone. Yeah, I know, there's like a new issue one like every like few months, basically, over at the Marvel side, Adam. This is true. And also over at DC side, but at least they have some ongoings that have been going on for a while. Like, Nightwing's been going forever. Batman's been going forever. Oh god, yeah, what volume will this new volume be of Spider-Man? You have to also think, like, there's like just Spider-Man, there's Amazing Spider-Man, so then that's also a thing. I do cosplay, not streaming at the moment though. Nice. What do you like to cosplay? License to cosplay? Welcome in. I'm also a cosplayer. Not really in cosplay right now. I'm in a very casual cosplay as a bat, I guess. Yeah, what do you like to cosplay? I feel like there's lots of Capricorns. I know quite a few Capricorns. And I love them. I think Lucy is a Capricorn. Is Lucy a Capricorn? Dates. Let me see. Yeah, I think Lucy is one. And then I think Duck is Aquarius? I think Duck is Aquarius. So those are also hot signs. I know two hotties. I know one from each. I know a lot of Capricorns, though. I have a lot of friends that are Capricorns. Capricorns, Aquarius, Taurus, Cancer also. Any Cancers in the chat? Lucy is a Capricorn, yeah. Eric's on it. Eric's got the deets. Okay, we're gonna get back into this reading. Let me answer Rapala's question. And then next up is Sherry. And then next up is Marvel Man. And then Chris. And then Ruffy. And then Just Rob. And then Vito. And then Ricardo. Let's do it. I would love to have a few real pinball machines, Adam, as well. I'm a big pinball player. Simulators are also cool, but it's not the same as a real thing. You know, because you can move a pinball machine around as well, as long as you don't tilt out. Joe Kelly writing with Pepe Larraz and JRJR on art. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Joe Kelly. Not sure how I feel about it. But we'll see. I feel like a lot of people are excited for a change of pace. So Lummick said, I heard someone was looking for a sensual Scorpio. What do you need me for? That was our Queen of Cups that we drew, Lummox, in our reading for Jarell. The Scotty Dew says, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm living for the hoodie and you eating. Well, thank you. I did have a little snack, and it was very delightful. And thanks for supporting this sweet hoodie and me eating. Ah. You got Dragon Age Veilguard for PS5. Nice, Derek. And the Patrick Star game for Nintendo Switch. Pikmin! I really want to get Pikmin for my Switch. Yeah, Pikmin. Kyojo said, I'm a Capricorn. Pick me. My ex was a Capricorn, but my ex was lovely. They relaunch with new #1 issues all the time, but it doesn't attract new readers for long. No, well, they got to sell those issue ones, you know? They're trying to sell those comics because when you release a new issue one, there's the much more potential for it to be collectible, but at the same time, like, just let people cook. Just let people cook, please. Just let people cook. Could you let them cook? Licensed to Cosplay said, I've done 80 plus cosplays. Marty McFly, Indiana Jones, to name a few, and one of the few cosplayers to pull off being Bond. James Bond. Oh, I love that. I love that Licensed to Cosplay. Awesome. Do you post your stuff online? Do you have like a cosplay page or anything? Where can I check out your stuff? Are you licensed to cosplay everywhere? Okay, let's do Rapala's question. I'm a Gemini who works in the film industry. I'd like to have a career in finance, reading, if that's no problem. I have a cosplay Instagram. Oh, awesome. I don't know if you can post the link in here, but let me know your handle and I will check it out. I love an Instagram. I love a cosplay Instagram. My favorite. Yes, I can add you to the list. It is for subs on Twitch primarily, but I do also have the nons. So it's just if I get through everyone else, then I'll get to you. If you would like to bump yourself up a bit, you can sub to the Twitch channel. And if you'd like to bump yourself up even more, if you sub and if you do like 500 bits, then that bumps you up to the top. For now, we're gonna do Rapala. On deck is Cherry, then Marvel Man. Let's go. Yes. Also, you can DM my mod if you would like. Oh, it's licensed to cosplay? That's fine. That's easy. Nice. Oh my gosh, your James Bond is awesome. Oh my gosh, your Batman is also sick. Nice suit, man. That looks awesome. The mask, especially. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, DJ. It was really fun. I had a great time. Okay. All right. Let's do this reading. Thank you for sharing your IG. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love a fellow cosplayer. All right. Rapala says, what the future wants to know what the future has in store for him and Amanda. What deck do you want, Rapala? Do you have a preference? I'm glad I had a snack. I was really hungry. You can hit the machine in that one and get the tilt out. Ooh. That's interesting. Is there a physical element to it though? Because I will say, like, the thing that I like about pinball is that obviously the way you hit a flipper and the way you move the machine and manipulate it physically affects the gameplay. And so that's the thing that I feel like is hard to replicate, but it's cool that they have elements of it in the game. Otto, I have eaten. I had grilled cheese and I had half of a lemon loaf. I had a gingerbread chai latte earlier with duck, and I also had some of this naan and hummus. And after stream, I'm gonna try to make myself some dinner before I jump onto OF for the Marvel What If watch along. Just in case you want more, save it for later. I will. I will save it. I'll save it for later. More snacks. Okay. The positive one. Well, this one's been pretty positive so far. This one's been pretty positive so far. They've both been positive decks. I guess the one that's been the most positive, maybe the Red Sonja deck. We'll do Red Sonja. Red Sonja's been giving us some pretty good readings. You had a good chicken parm sub. Yum. Chicken parm sub. What is the future? 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 All right. This is the bottom of the deck. Kids, I hate it, but I gotta fly. I have 3 more movies on my Christmas binge watch. It's a Wonderful Life, Alistair Sims, A Christmas Carol, and A Christmas Story. I have to get on that and wrap all my last 3 gifts. You guys are all awesome, Red. Big fat love to you, and if I don't see you, have the merriest Christmas ever. Aw, thank you, Daniel. If I don't see you, you have the merriest Christmas ever as well. Safe travels on your vacation as well. And we'll see you again soon, friend. Enjoy your Christmas binge watch, and thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the highlighted comment. All right, so we got 4 of Swords, and it's inverted. I don't know if I want to keep it inverted, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do inverted cards for this read. But we'll see. So we'll see what it says inverted and not inverted, this one. What are some Canadian candies? Maple candies, I think, Vito. I think that's the only candies that I've had that are Canadian. Kit Kats. People love our Kit Kats. That's a whole thing. I know that. Kit Kats are cool. Hmm. So the 4 of Swords in an upright position can mean a time of rest. Can mean a time of rest. Hmm. Okay, so inverted, it can basically mean that either you aren't giving someone enough space, and you aren't listening to that time of rest that you need, or it can also mean that you feel super energized, and that things are starting to reignite for you. Inverted. Upright, it can signify instead that you need a period of rest, either from relationships or with your partner. Like maybe you need to get away somewhere. So this is our subject for our reading. I mean, based on what you've said, it sounds like you're pretty excited. So it could mean that you're entering something new, and the inverted is correct here. Even though I said I wasn't going to do inverted, it did come up inverted. So sometimes we got to go with what we get, not what I planned to do, because I could have looked at the back and seen if it was inverted, and I didn't do that. So that might be where it's at. I do feel energized. Okay, yeah. That sounds like it's probably the best interpretation based on what you've said. Then we've got the 5 of Pentacles for our past. The 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles on our sheet here in the past is insecurity, worry, and rejection. So you've come from a breakup, so that makes sense to me. I think it's basically telling us, you've come from a place where you haven't felt maybe the most loved, where you've been stressed and worried about relationships. And yeah, hopefully we're coming into a better place with this. And that in a way your fear of not finding someone or your fear of not being enough for the right partner might have actually manifested in a way that made it so that you were actually struggling to find that person, kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you may have struggled to connect in the past. So it was difficult in the past. And in the present, we have the Empress, which is a pretty good card. The Empress is a card that represents imagination, nurture, abundance, nature, and motherhood. So it sounds like you're entering a very fruitful time right now where you're probably feeling very fulfilled. And feeling like you're entering a period where things are finally coming to fruition. This could actually be representative of Amanda, I would think, with the Empress. A person that is nurturing, loving, caring, comforts you. And it could mean that you're about to enter something that is more stable right now, something that's a committed relationship. It could also mean marriage or pregnancy. I feel like as things are still kind of starting out, it's probably just a signifier that you are on the right track and you're present and things are getting more stable for you, which is great. And then this is the future, the sun. Oh, this is a nice card. Little butt, little Red Sonja butt. Which is also a super, super positive card. The sun is like one of the best cards, I feel, in my opinion. Expansion, joy, enlightenment, and vitality. The sun is basically like the sun is coming out and like everything is good and you're getting to appreciate all that is right in the world. So this means that in the future, your relationship is really going to blossom. Things are going to bring you together. There'll be harmony. Or, you know, if you're single, it's a good time for you to meet someone in the future. But this is you attracting everything you want in a partner and really just getting to enjoy the radiance of your relationship and bask in the glow and warmth of the sun. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty good, man. It sounds pretty positive to me. Hey, Peter, how's it going? Red Sonja, Heine. I know, always good to stick around for that, Daniel. So, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad it was such a positive reading for you. Whew, that was a good one. We've been on fire today. We've had some really good readings. We like therapy bat, says Uptown Duck. Yeah, when I start my like therapy gecko, but I'm therapy bat. I'm tarot bat. Tarot bat and therapy gecko. We could team up. I'll do some tarot readings. Gecko can do the therapy. It'll be great. It's kind of scary how all three cards were spot on. Wow. Well, sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. But when it does, it's pretty cool. I agree. Okay, that's Rapala's reading. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad it was accurate for you, Rapala. That sounds very optimistic. I'm excited for you, friend. I hope that you and Amanda just continue to have a good time together. The spa water in Mass Effect 3 looks amazing. What is spa water? What was your opinion on the Red Sonja movie with Bridget Nielsen as Sonja? I haven't seen it yet. Did it come out? Did it come out? Oh, that's not the new one, is it? Or is that the original one? Oh, sorry, that's the original one. I actually haven't watched the original one. There's a new one that's coming out, though. But I was like, I don't think it's out yet. Yeah, I haven't seen the one with Bridget Nielsen. I do. I can add you to the list, Eric. I'll add you to the list. We got a little bit of time left here. I might stay on until 8:30 because I got so many people and I want to try to get as many of you in as I can. Cherry, you are next up. Do you have a question for me? Next on deck is Marvel Man and Chris Townsend. And then we also have coming up after that is Ruffy, Just Rob, Vito, and Eric. And then after that, I have Ricardo and Licensed to Cosplay, if I have time. Uptown Duck, how are you doing? It came out in 1980 something. Don't bother, it's terrible. Is it terrible? Now I kind of want to watch it. Yep, back in the 80s. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. I know some people that like it. I think it's got a bit of like a cult following, doesn't it? But I've never seen it. Not I. I have a Red Sonja cosplay. I've read some of the Red Sonja comics, and that is mostly what I know of Red Sonja. What do I need to do to advance more in my streaming career? And you can choose the cards. Okay. Letting me pick. This feels important. I'm just gonna hold my hands over the decks and see what pulls me more. Yeah, I think this deck is pulling me more, my original deck. So I'll use this one for your reading, Cherry. What do you need to do to advance more in your streaming career? Okay. What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do to advance more in her streaming career? What does Cherry need to do? This card just jumped out at me. So I'll take it. Okay, so there was a card that jumped out from the deck, so I'm just going to set it aside. It's the Two of Swords. I don't know what it pertains to. I'm not pulling it as either your past, present, or future, but it popped out, so it might mean something here. So I feel like if we need more insight on something, then I'm going to reach for this card to see what it's trying to tell us. And the bottom card that I pulled for our subject line is Three of Cups. So that is our subject here. Three of Cups. Should be back in time, I hope. Yeah, you're gonna head out? No worries, Ricardo. Yeah, I'll keep you on the list, and if we get to you and you're here, we'll do it. If not, there'll probably be more of these, because people seem to really like the tarot streams, so I love that. Arnie is in it. Arnie is not Conan. Oh, no. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Sounds rough, amusing. Apt Pupil, The Others, and Secret Window. Oh, I love Secret Window. I love Secret Window. The others I've also seen. I haven't seen Apt Pupil. Apt Pupil? Apt Pupil. I'll write it down, Adam. I got so many things I gotta do. I also gotta check out the Domingo SNL sketches. I'll write that down so I do it after stream. Maybe I do it when I make dinner. Alright, welcome back. The movie is awful, but kind of fun, says Vito. You did not miss your turn, Ricardo. You're good. You're good. Harlan, hello. How are you doing? Welcome in. Our order right now is Cherry, Marvelman, Chris Townsend, Ruffy, Just Rob, Vito, Eric, and then I have Ricardo and Licensed to Cosplay underneath that as my non-members. And I have about half an hour to an hour. I might stream till 8:30. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so 3 of Cups is our subject line. So this is celebration. That sounds pretty positive. 3 is the number of initial completion. Also my favorite number. And in the watery suit of cups, it indicates that something of an emotional nature has been achieved. There's something to be celebrated and an atmosphere of rejoicing. It could signify an engagement or a wedding or a joyful occasion that marks the culmination of a particular phase. So it could be you celebrating, perhaps like doing a streamiversary celebration. This could be some kind of achievement. Cherry, are you already an affiliate? Yeah, I think you're already an affiliate. So that's something that you've already done. But maybe there will be some kind of goal that will come up in your streaming. Any joyful time that deserves celebration. So this is our subject line is sounding pretty good. So the subject line of this reading is celebration. Something is coming that we will be celebrating. Your past is represented by the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Energy and action. So this is a card that represents the ability to turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. I feel like this is a representation of your time where you started streaming. Yes, I am an affiliate. Nice. I thought so. So I feel like this is a time, this is representing like the fact that you started streaming and you made something that maybe you felt wasn't going to be possible for you possible. The Knight of Wands can also signify change. Like I said, I feel like that could be just you starting streaming. It could be someone that was in your life, someone that was a creative and confident character, someone that might have been so confident that that might have been their hubris in the end. Can be connected to Sagittarius, so it could have been a Sagittarius. And it could be signifying either some action that you've taken or some action that you need to take. But considering that it's in the past, I'm going to say that I think this is you beginning your streaming career. And then we have the 10 of Wands for the present. Now, this is an interesting card, I feel like, for you to get in this reading. This could actually be signifying sort of some of the struggles that you feel like you're coming up against right now, maybe with streaming. Oppressive burdens. So the 10 of Wands sort of represents the negative elements of fire, because the wands, that's their element, fire. And this can mean that sometimes you might be reaching beyond what you're capable of. So you might be pushing yourself too much. There might be a wild abandon that you're throwing yourself into something, and then you kind of realize a little bit later, like, oh, like I can't quite handle this, and I actually am having these burdens that are like kind of like dragging me down a bit. So it could be that you are dealing with a block right now or some kind of conflict where it feels like sometimes streaming can feel maybe burdensome to you, or there are elements of it that you might be struggling with or feeling overwhelmed by. And it can be really draining on your creative energy, which is obviously something that you want to keep going as a streamer and not let it feel weighed down. This can say that, giving yourself a break, taking some time to lay down those burdens and work out something that's more effective and comfortable is a good way to go. So it might be that you need to not like push yourself so much, let yourself take breaks when you have them, and don't hold that against yourself. I know sometimes you've been struggling a bit with feeling like, oh, like I feel like I have to stream, but then like you're like, I'm not really feeling it. And it's like at that time, maybe it is best, like you've been doing, to, just take a step back and give yourself a breather and don't let yourself feel overwhelmed by what is fun about creating content and streaming and why you actually want to and love to do it, which I think you've been doing. So I think, maybe you've been struggling with this, but hopefully there's a happy ending here. Our future is the tower, but the tower is reversed. So it is the tower reversed, which is interesting. Tower reversed. So I think this is saying that there is some change that might be coming, and that sometimes it can feel overwhelming because it feels like everything's crumbling around you, like how the tower is breaking down. In reverse, that's what this means. So it's this idea of a fear of the destruction of what is coming. But at the same time, sometimes we need that to build ourselves back up. And so I think what this is trying to say is like maybe let go of those expectations that you have. It can mean surviving layoffs or avoiding taking risks in career, for your career meaning. So it can mean that although things I think are feeling overwhelming, in the end you are going to come through it stronger, and you might need to just let go of some of your expectations, is what I feel. It can also mean that you need to perhaps push yourself if something is not making you comfortable and open yourself up to the potential of what's going on around you. So there might be something that you feel, maybe you want to try, but you're not so sure. And maybe it's time for you to do that. I'm wondering if, you do a lot of art. Have you ever considered doing like an art stream where you like kind of work on your art? That sounds spot on, does it? Okay, yeah. So maybe just your expectations. Yes, I have been. Okay. So you have done streams where you've been working on art and stuff like that. Like, I'm wondering if maybe your approach to streaming, like there are other opportunities that are open to you, but you kind of have maybe a fear of letting go of like some of your expectations or what your audience might be expecting from you. And you maybe want to do something different. And this is trying to say to you, like, you can do that, and actually you might need a change or a shift in order to move forward. I've been wanting to, especially with emotes. Yeah, I think this is trying to say, because I know you do a lot of gaming content as well. And so I think this card is trying to say like it might be a good time for you to like let go of the expectations of what you feel like your stream should or shouldn't be, and just let yourself be more creatively free moving forward. And that, just doing what you want will help you to deal with the burdens that you kind of feel that come with streaming at times, and allow you to feel more artistically and creatively free, because the subject of this whole thing is, creativity. Now we do have this Two of Swords that I'm kind of curious about. So I'm just going to look this up really quickly and just see if this gives us any insight on anything. I'm wondering if actually on this last card, Two of Swords might be giving us some input. Why won't this focus? Focus. Do it. It did it. Thank you. I was thinking of an art stream while I'm out of work, but I really don't want to. Well, you should do what you want, Otto. And if it's something that you feel you don't want to do, then I would say don't do that. Apt pupil is Brad Renfro and Ian McKellen as the leads. Ooh, Ian McKellen is great. I would love if you react to it. Oh, I don't really do like full movie reactions or anything like that, Adam, but thank you for the suggestion. Perhaps if I do things like that, then I will do something, do like a reaction or something to that. And thank you for the suggestion. I've written it down. I'll definitely try to check it out at some point. I really like Ian McKellen, so I feel like I'd really like it. Based on Ian McKellen, anyways. I love Secret Window. Secret Window, honestly, I haven't watched that movie in so long. I should really watch that one. Okay, so Two of Swords is tension and anxiety. Okay. Choose the number of opposites which must be held in balance. I think the reason that this popped up is I think it's because this is an emotional card that is kind of overlaying kind of everything that you're going on. It's kind of acting as maybe the buffer between you fully getting to celebrate and express yourself. I think that's what this card is going to represent. Let's see. Represents the challenges life presents us with. Shielded from difficult decisions. It may be that the seeker is in a situation that is full of conflict, yet wishes to ignore the strife, perhaps hoping that if it is not acknowledged, the difficulties will somehow go away. It is clear from the image that much effort is being put into keeping the troublesome facts of the matter from view. That's the whole idea of how the figure has her back turned, she's blindfolded. So this idea of trying to kind of like get through it by kind of just like not really confronting it. And I think what this is probably trying to warn us against is, you know, you are dealing with some burdens, but the best way to deal with that is to actually just let go of the things that are no longer serving you and actually confront what's working and what's not working for you. And I think if you do that and you follow your sense of creativity and you sort of reignite that spark of action and energy, then you will find success. What is unacknowledged cannot be changed. So I think what this is saying is you need to confront the things that are making you feel overwhelmed. And like sometimes things can be a burden. Confront those things head on. And if you confront those things head on, you will make it through. There will be some hardships, but you'll make it through along the way. And ultimately, you'll be the stronger for it. You'll get to celebrate your achievements in streaming. So it sounds pretty positive. It sounds like you are dealing with some really stressful things though right now. But I think that there is hope once you get through it. All of that is too true. Excellent. I'm glad it resonates with you. Also, Kitty Pixels, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. All right, we got another one. Some people go out of their way to leave comfort zones, and for some, it helps a lot. That's right. That's right, figure drawing. I agree. Also, hello. How are you doing? All right, so we got Marvel Man up next. Marvel Man, are you here? Do you have a question for me? On deck is Chris Townsend and Ruffy Da. Ian McKellen and you share the same birthday? Nice. What obstacles do I need to overcome in the coming year? Woof, that's a great question, Marvel Man. You guys are on fire with questions today. These are some really good questions. Do you have a preference for deck? Oh, I love that, Rapala. That's so awesome. That's great. Love hearing that. What baked goods did you make, Kitty? Well, I'm glad you found it hopeful and insightful, Cherry. I hope that it helps you along your amazing streaming journey, and I can't wait to see what you do next. I think art streams would be really fun for you, actually. I have a few friends that do art streams, and I just feel like you're already doing it anyways. Why not turn that into a stream and have fun with it? I can choose the deck. Okay. Let me choose the deck. Oh boy. I haven't seen Gladiator 2 yet, Kevin. I still really want to see it. It's hard at the end of the year. All the movies come out like all around the same time. I still have to see Craven. I still have to see Mufasa. Um, Nosferatu's coming out in a couple days. What will I do? Should I be a bat when I go see Nosferatu? Would this be accurate? Batmanda. Let's see. Marvel Man wants to know what obstacles do I need to overcome in the coming year. Okay. I feel Sonya for you. So I'll pull that. I still have my House of M omnibus under the tree and X-Men Xmas. I do. I have my House of M omnibus under the tree. I'm still reading it as part of my comic book club over on OF. I have to put some more work into my Patreon as well, where I also have another comic book club that I'm working on getting up and running. I would love Wicked. I've seen Wicked, DJ Knight. I don't know if you've seen my content on it on the channel, but I did a review of Wicked. I went to Wicked, and I even turned myself green to go because I am a mega Wicked fan. And have been for many, many years. I've been waiting for that movie for way too long. And it did not disappoint me. It was worth the wait, I gotta say. It was worth the wait. And I'm glad that I lived to see it. And that I didn't have to wait another millennia. All right. Marvel Man wants to know. Okay. I'll put that to the side. I'm dropping cards like crazy in this one. There's some cards that really want to come out. I don't know if I should actually just keep all of these. There's 4, though. No, I'm going to put these ones back in. But I'm going to keep one of them out. I think this is what the cards want for us. So I'm just going to go with that. Somehow my deck got flipped around. But it inverted one of the cards, so I'm going to leave it inverted. But I'm going to take the subject line regular way up. So this one is the world is our subject. The world is completion, bliss, integration, involvement, and fulfillment. So it sounds like you're coming full circle based on whatever you're coming up against in your life. Our past is 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is representing disagreement and strife. So, it sounds like in your past, you have had some adversity that you've come up against. But this is also inverted. So, I'm going to look up the inverted meaning of this, the reversed meaning. Reversed 5 of Wands can mean that your natural method of dealing with disagreements is avoiding any kind of conflict by getting away from that place as fast as you can. Sometimes that can be a good thing. Other times it can lead to a number of issues that are brewing up within you, for which you will have to address soon. So this is saying in your past, perhaps you have tried to sort of run away from some of your problems or create space between you and those problems, and that might be coming up soon. That might be bubbling to a bit of a boil. But it could also mean that you've worked through your stuff and you don't have any more issues to worry about. Based on the fact that you asked about adversity, I think this is just letting us know that there's maybe some stuff in the past that you haven't dealt with yet, and you might be coming up for you to deal with that now. Your present is Six of Cups. Six of Cups represents innocence, nostalgia, and childhood. I feel like this is a therapy reading. I don't know if this is speaking to you, Marvel Man, but you can let me know. It might be that there's some stuff in your past that you haven't resolved yet that's kind of been holding you back. And perhaps this is a time where you've been seeking, Duncan Mallory, thank you so much for the hydrate. Biggie Bob Official, thank you for following, by the way, 2 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. I think that this could be a signifier of something in your past that maybe has been kind of a positive thing, but it might have some connotations that are negative that you haven't dealt with yet. And this might be telling us it's a time of reckoning for you, which is kind of cool. I do like that the world, I agree, Peter, I like that the world is our subject because it means that I think ultimately this is a resolution I think that we're going to be seeing this year for you. So something that's going to help you to move forward. Our future card is the High Priestess. Dio's the world? Not Dio's the world. But you never know. Maybe if I get a JoJo's deck, maybe we'll have some Dio. Dio's the world. Oh my goodness, Watkins. Get that Christmas cheer. So the High Priestess represents memory, sacred wisdom, unconscious awareness, and mystery. This is sounding more and more. I'm going to look this one up. Over here as well. It's time for you to listen to your intuition rather than prioritizing your intellect and conscious mind. Yeah, so this is interesting. I wonder if there is something intuitive. Meditation, prayer, and new spiritual work is needed. I'm actually, this, you know what this is making me think of? Now, this could be like totally weird and random, so like, tell me if I'm way off. Totally fine. But I had this thing that I did where I did some inner child work in therapy. And, what is it called? It's like you follow this red dot. Red dot. And it's, I'm trying to remember what it's called. EMDR, I think that's what it's called. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I think. Yeah. Yeah, so it's basically, I think it's EMDR. So it's basically a type of therapy where the way that it was done for me was there was like basically like a little red dot at the end of a stick, and my therapist would move it around like this, and we'd look for spots where I felt like tension with where my eyes were. And the whole idea of it is that when we go through some things that are traumatic experiences, they have a way of imprinting on us and living in our physical body in the sense of when you feel uncomfortable, there might be certain areas that you look at. And that is to say that like that might have a repressed memory somewhere in it that you need to confront to move forward. And this is kind of reminding me of that whole idea. So it might be that in the future, you're going to be confronting something that is unresolved from your past that you do have like positive attachment to, but ultimately it's something that has kind of been not dealt with in terms of the negative side of it. And when you confront that, things will be completed, and that's where the world kind of comes in. So it sounds to me like you're on a bit of a spiritual or an inner self journey this next year. Does that sound like anything to you? Does that seem like something you're kind of working on right now? Are you doing some self work? Maybe some inner child work? Getting chills right now. Does this sound right? Oh my goodness. Yes, yes. Okay, well, yeah, for me, EMDR therapy, I think is what it's called, was very helpful. I looked it up and they were like, your therapist has fingers. My therapist had a pointer. It was like a pointer with a little red ball on the end and just moved it around. And in that session, I left that session literally feeling like a new person, like a weight had rolled off of me and I was a million pounds lighter. So if you do have a therapist or anyone that you're seeing, maybe bring up EMDR to them and see what they think about it and see if it might be a good fit for you. Obviously, this is just tarot and this is just what I'm seeing. Remember, these are not but cards, my friends. We are the people that are in control of our lives. But yeah, if that resonates with you, I would encourage that. Because that's what it's reminding me of. It's reminding me of my trauma that I had from my past, which was not anything like super bad or anything like that. But it was definitely, I think I felt in the past, just like I was kind of left behind, not in any really terrible way, but yeah. I suffered a loss that hit me hard and it stuck with me. I'm sorry to hear that, Marvel Man. So maybe this is saying it's time for you to confront that and move forward. But the good news is the world is a really positive card for us to have. And I think once you're able to confront that in this new year and sort of overcome that, and I think you will overcome that, by the way, because I feel like the High Priestess is a card that is talking about just like getting introspective, and the fact that the world is here is saying that, you know, you're going to be in a better place once you're able to confront this. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that it resonated with you. I felt like it was very like a weird reading and I was like, well, I don't know, maybe this is weird and wrong. Yeah. So keep doing the inner work. You got this. I believe in you, Marvel Man. That was dead on. Wow. Okay. We're on a roll today, friends. We're on a roll today. Okay. I'm so excited for Nosferatu. Me too. Me too. Nosferatu looks like it's going to be amazing. All right, Chris, you're up next. I got a lot left, and I feel like I do need to eat, guys. So I don't know. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get done. I got to jump onto this stream in an hour 10. I'm going to try to do a few more. I'm sorry if I don't get everyone in today, but I will do another tarot reading stream, so do stay tuned if we don't get there today. I'm so glad. I appreciate you, and thank you for opening up and sharing with us. And I'm so sorry to hear about that, but know that I think days are going to get lighter for you, and just keep on keeping on, you know? The people that have been with us, I really do believe that they don't really leave us because they imprint on us. And so with us living on, and then with us meeting other people and imprinting on them, in a way, everyone is still kind of here through the memories that we have of them and the way that they inform all of us. So hopefully you can take some solace in that. And hopefully as you just kind of confront the hardships of what you're going through, you'll be able to come out of it feeling even lighter. I will say that when I confront stuff in my past, man, does it make my future so much brighter. Man, does it feel good to clean out some of the cobwebs of our minds. Chemdog says, I wouldn't worry about it, Amanda. I'm gonna try to do like a couple more if I can. Chris, you got a question for me? So mine is a follow-up to the previous reading and a little similar to Rapala. Okay. Hey, all right, Chris. I like that you went back to the previous reading to be like, what did Amanda say last time? I honestly want to put time codes in these too on YouTube for those of you that I did readings for. So that if you want to kind of come back to them, I'll just put like your username and then you can like find the reading and then it's a little bit easier. And just to break up like the readings for people as well that might be watching and just want to hear like some insight. Because I'm sure even if you get a reading or not, it's probably still an informative stream to just hear people chat about stuff. I don't know if you would say imprinting. Remember, they're always here for us as long as we remember. I would say imprinting. That's what I would say. In the sense that they leave an imprint on you that stays with you all through time. But yeah, as long as we remember. I mean, if you don't remember them, then it's kind of hard for that imprint to still be there, I suppose, if you forget. I'm glad you did this too. I'm glad that it was helpful. All right, Chris, what you got for me? Also, do you have a preference for deck? Would you like Red Sonja? Would you like the standard deck? Would you like me to pull any self-care cards for you, depending on what your question is? I find the self-care cards to be really helpful. I kind of want to do a reading for myself after, even though I know that that can be taboo. People say you shouldn't do readings for yourself. But that's how they always remember and how they always exist. Yes, that is how they always exist. Jarell, I am also hoping you deal with less financial stress next year. But it does sound like you're gonna have some hardships in your reading, but like you're gonna make it through. Like you've got this. Like it really is saying, like when you do confront anything, like really believe in yourself because the strength is really coming from within you. And also, your reading sounded like you have had fun, are having fun, and while you will have struggles, you'll continue, I think, to make it through and have a good time. Your reading seems very positive, so I feel like you'll be good. Granted, you asked about career and relationships, but I didn't see anything negative in terms of career, so I think you're gonna do okay. You will have those hardships though, so we don't know how that will manifest. But whatever it is, you'll be fine. I believe. It was a pretty positive reading. It was a very sensual reading. There's a lot of sensual words in that one. So my question is, what would that dynamic will be like for both my future content partner slash girlfriend and myself? Red Sonja, like last time. All right. So you want to know what will the dynamic be like for your future partner slash girlfriend, business partner slash girlfriend? Yeah, because you were also looking for someone last time to sort of make content with. Is that right, Chris? It's weird too because I always tend to miss your tarot streams because of modding. Oh, and you caught this one. And I also got delayed today, but I would have still been streaming at this time. So it was definitely seems a little bit faded. Yeah, I'm not like a big believer in obviously things just happening or things like that, but I do think I do think sometimes that there's something to be said for timing. And sometimes if you are willing to open yourself up to it and your intuition is open, the universe knows what you need and it kind of gives it to you. Like there was this other thing where when I was in college, I really wanted to go to college for theater acting and I didn't get into any of my theater programs. And instead I got into a film program. And I've always thought like it would have been cool to be in a theater program. I love theater, but in a way I feel like it was fated that I ended up in film and that now I am on camera like every day on YouTube on stream and I have found a very like rewarding and successful career in screen acting. I think that that is where I was meant to be. And so I feel like the fact that I didn't get in was actually like intentional. Like I think it was the universe trying to push me sort of in the right direction. So I do think there's something to be said for that. So that's very interesting that this is something you would normally miss. And yet today you were here for it and it was helpful. Thank you, Ronan. It is a bat hoodie. I hope you enjoy. Also, hello, how are you? Yep. Okay, cool. Cherry says, I appreciate you doing a tarot reading for me. It really opened my eyes on what I need to do and focus to be a successful streamer and advance in that field because I was struggling to see that. So it really helped. I'm so glad, Cherry, and thank you so much for being here and for getting a tarot reading from me. It was really fun. Okay, let's get into Chris's question. So Chris wants to know, what would the dynamic will be like for both his future content creator, content partner, and girlfriend with himself? What would the dynamic be like for Chris and his future content partner slash girlfriend? Chris and his future content partner slash Chris and his future slash girlfriend. Pulled this card out because it felt like it was calling to me. So we've got one. Okay. I have a couple that are inverted. I don't even know how that happened. I'm going to let them be inverted, though, I think. Oh, we have another one that's inverted to start that came off the bottom of the deck. It is the Three of Wands. This is our subject for the reading. Three of Wands. Inverted. Aw, thank you, Cherry. I appreciate you. You lost sound? Is sound going in and out? I have sound. Do you guys have sound? Can you guys hear me? Is everyone good? Yes, everyone can hear me. Okay, okay, good. Yeah, it might have just been because I was whispering. So I was like when I'm repeating the question, I just kind of go like, is this thing a thing? Is this thing a thing? And I'm shuffling, so it's very quiet. So you'll see my mouth moving, but I'm very quiet. Just because I'm focused on the question, I'm just manifesting it so that I can pull the right cards. So that might have been why. Three of Wands reversed. The reverse Three of Wands indicates that you've maybe have been embarking on personal journeys or developments, but you have not received the achievements that you were hoping for. This could be due to delays or roadblocks. Despite all this, the card reminds you that all your work has not been for nothing, but rather it has helped you with your personal strength and fortitude. The Three of Wands reverse can also mean you need to take some time to plan your future. This is especially true if you've not started on your long-term goals or have become overwhelmed by the task that you face now or will have to face soon. You are only reacting and not acting with thought and deliberation. However, the most common Three of Wands reverse meaning is to nudge to include planning for future changes and to watch for better options in case they show up. So in love, it can mean frustrations or obstacles and learning to compromise. In career, it can represent obstacles in your career path or a lack of growth and challenge and kind of feeling stuck, feeling caged. So I think this is saying basically like our subject is that you've had some struggles in both of these areas. So a sense of struggle, perhaps. Your past. Two of Cups. Passion, connection, attraction. So I think that means in the past, you've had a really strong passion and connection, both to content creation and maybe to some potential partners. Or, you know, with your partner, there will be maybe in that past that feeling of connection and desire that will be really strong. So this is a partnership that is built on a union of forces, a strong connection, and a balanced and equal partnership. So I wonder if the subject matter is actually sort of pertaining to what you need in order to get to what this will be in the reading. But we'll see as the reading unfolds what it could be. So I think this could be, since you're asking about something in the future, this might not be your past as it is right now, but it might be more your past once you're in this position. This is a signifier of like mutual respect and kind of equal understanding, which is also interesting that with the Three of Wands reversed, one of the things it's talking about is kind of this sense of compromise that you need to find with people, this sense of balance. So maybe once you kind of find that sense of balance, this is your past. And then our present is Temperance. You have had some struggles. Okay, okay. You're holding all the cards now. I do my best. Temperance inverted. So, Temperance inverted is interesting. Temperance is a reflection of something that is out of balance. So I think you're going to start from a balanced place. And then this is saying that, you know, as you go on, there might be something that gets out of whack and it will cause stress and anxiety between you and your partner. So it could have to do with perhaps being too demanding in a relationship or feeling like everything needs to go a certain way or not having patience with your partner. And kind of being in a place of extreme, like either everything is really good or everything is really bad, as opposed to realizing that in relationships, in partnerships, whether they're romantic or work related, there is kind of this ebb and flow, this balance of things that needs to be maintained. And, you know, starting from a place of balance is good, but I think there's going to be some challenges along the way that are going to make you kind of lose sight of that balance. So this reading could be also kind of like a warning of like, you know, you've had these hardships. This is kind of what you're entering, and almost kind of like a warning of like, make sure that you don't sort of push too hard on things and really try to find that sense of compromise and balance and equality with your partner. The future is Eight of Swords inverted. Now, this I think is going to be really interesting. Eight of Swords inverted. I think I know where this is going. Because Eight of Swords reverse. Eight of Swords is typically like kind of a, it's not like a bad card, but it can have negative elements to it. It can come with adversity. So having it reversed, I was like, this is probably kind of a good sign. And what this is saying is it shows a sense of maturity and self-acceptance and a recognition of one's own power and responsibility after a long struggle of doubt. So it means that you are capable of making decisions to show your confidence in yourself and hopefully change yourself and kind of the world as well. And that you might need to make room for some new experiences. So this could mean that in the future, you're going to realize, you're going to kind of go through a period of self-actualization. So you're going to start from a place of balance, then you're going to kind of lose that balance and maybe become a little bit too heated in the romance or in the work relationship where there's just everything feels either black or white. You maybe are going to lose sense of patience and equality there. But when you're able to bring it back around, I think you're going to realize kind of where the problem areas are, and you're going to be able to grow as a person. And once you're able to do that, believe in yourself, have that confidence, which I think is something that actually came up in our last reading, if I recall, this idea of not having the confidence in yourself and that being what was holding you back. Once you achieve that, you're going to be in a better place and you're going to be able to kind of like remove the blindfold that is usually not in the Red Sonja Eight of Swords. It's not there, but usually Eight of Swords. Let's see if I can show you in the regular deck because I feel like the art is very striking on the Eight of Swords card. The Swords cards are very dramatic. They're so drama. That's the Ten of Swords. Where is she? The Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Is it like at the bottom of my deck here? Nine of Swords is also pretty crazy. Here it is. Yeah. So the Eight of Swords is this lady blindfolded, surrounded by all these swords. But the whole idea of this card is the realization that, like, if you just remove your blindfold and you become aware, you can just, like, walk right out of this. So this is saying that, because it's reversed, this is a time when you actually realize all of that stuff. And because of that, you're able to move through it without any problems. Whereas normally in the Eight of Swords, when it's the right way up, it would be that, you know, the obstacle that you're facing, you just, like, can't really confront it, and that's holding you back. So this is a good sign that you're going to be able to grow through it. And I think it's saying that the key lies in your own sense of confidence and just an awareness of the situation. So with Temperance, this is a warning sign that in the present, in that relationship, you're going to need to find a sense of patience and maybe not see things as being, you know, so intense. Do you find that you have a tendency with partners to like find something that you maybe don't like about that person, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this person isn't right for me? Like, does that seem like something that you struggle with? Does this resonate with you at all, Chris? Let me know. Temperance card belongs to Aquarius. Cool, cool, cool. Temperance could represent an Aquarius as well. Right. You do tend to overwork yourself. So I think what this is saying is you need to not be so particular, perhaps, and you need to maybe like not see things as being those extremes. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it's saying, which kind of also connects to our subject, Three of Wands reversed. This whole idea of a lot of the times things maybe not going the way that you'd like them to go, perhaps, and that being something that makes you feel kind of defeated. Have you experienced things like that before? Like, do you find your perfectionism tends to sometimes hold you back from moving forward with something? I struggle with that too myself, and I would say that my advice in dealing with perfectionism, it's very challenging, first of all, so I acknowledge this, but sometimes we're our own worst enemies in that way because we want everything to be a very specific way, and the reality is that sometimes getting everything exactly as we want it actually isn't even the best way of doing something. This is something that I've learned a lot with content creation, especially where you feel like everything needs to be a certain way. And in reality, like no one cares about the little bells and whistles you're adding. They don't care about any of that. They just want you to show up and be genuine. And that's usually enough for most people. So I have a tendency to also, when I'm acting, I'll do far too many takes and then struggle to pick one. And a lot of the times when I'm filming a tape or something like that, I will do multiple takes. Do you know how many times I choose the first one and I thought the first one wasn't good enough and I had to perfect it and do a bunch of work, and then that work was just a waste of my time. I could have been doing something else because the first take was good enough, but I was selling myself short. So I feel like perfectionism can kind of come from a place where we feel like we're not enough and we need to do more. But the reality is we are enough. And sometimes just showing up is all you need. Tarot and magic 8-ball readings. Yes. Coming soon. 8-ball reading stream. Amanda's taken over. I'm going to be running all the Spider-Verse. Batmanda is here. Let me know if that kind of speaks to maybe some of the things that you deal with, Chris. That's just my personal 2 cents. But yeah, it does sound like it's good, though. It sounds ultimately like when you do meet that person, you are going to struggle, and maybe that perfectionism will kind of get in the way. But as long as you can move forward and find that place of inner self-confidence and just, you know, kind of see eye to eye with your partner, you're actually going to come out stronger from it. And you're going to realize that, like, you know, these problems you were having are not anything to really be worried about. It's going to make you more aware of just, I think, your own self-worth and value and the value of your partner as well. Sounds positive. Why do I have to say something so beautiful? I don't know. Did I say something beautiful? Have you read The Tarot Speaks by Richard Gardner? My first real book I read when I was a teen about the tarot. A good book, a very good book if you like the spiritual side of the cards. I have not, Peter, but I will add it to my reading list. Thank you so much for the recommendation. The Tarot Speaks. I think I would really find that a fascinating read. I do love the spiritual side of the cards, and I love kind of using the cards to guide us through just what we're going through in life. I think it can be, like I said, a really helpful point of introspection. Batmanda would take over for Nightwing. Yes, if Nightwing needs a break, Batmanda's on the scene. I got this. I'll be throwing my tarot cards around. I'm making you think about stuff, Ricardo. That's not bad. Think about stuff. Thinking about stuff is good. Oh, yeah. That is annoying, Cherry. You should talk to your mom about it and be like, Mom, look, I love my siblings, and obviously I want to help you, but also, could you just, like, give me a heads up? Or, like, maybe there's certain nights where you could just not ask me and I could at least have that time for myself, like, uninterrupted without having to worry about it. Maybe there's some boundaries you could lay down with your mom, you know? Because that's not fair to you. And I know you want to help, and I know you love your siblings, and you probably are really good at taking care of them, but still, you should also have time to just chill. I have definitely been asked to watch my siblings a few times, but I don't ever remember it feeling burdensome for me. I don't think I was ever over asked, you know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, boundaries, even with our parents, even with those we love dearly, it's important. All right, I'm gonna do one more, I think. Ruffy, you're my last one. Ruffy, you still here? See if Ruffy's still here. Bat booty. That bat booty be poppin'. That's right. Still here. Yay. Okay, Ruffy, you're going to be my last one. I'm sorry, Rob, Vito, Eric, I'm going to make this note, and Ricardo and License to Cosplay, I didn't get to you guys today, but I'm going to make this note, and I will say that next time I do a tarot reading, if you guys are still, you know, if you're in the chat, I will give you priority next time since I didn't make it through everybody this time. And we will definitely do more tarot streams. I'll make it another goal as well. The goals will be coloring stream, Star Wars Outlaws stream, and then my next one is going to be another tarot reading stream because I feel like y'all really have a fun time with these, and I'm glad that they are insightful and worthwhile for you. No worries. Next time, yes, I'll keep my notes so that I know who I missed last time. Tarot, and I'll make a date on this so that I know when this was from. I should probably put 2024 because soon it'll be 2025. What's happening? 2025. Doesn't sound like a real year, does it? We're at a quarter of a century mark in the 2000s. I never thought when I was a small child living in the 1200s or the 1100s, whatever that was. It was a long time ago. I never thought that I would live to see 2025. We will meet in the future. We will. We will. Harvey Keitel was cast on a Stanley Kubrick film. He quit on the first day after repeating a take 104 times. Maybe the first one was okay. Probably was. It's always the first take that they use, I'm telling you. I mean, it depends. It depends, though. It's funny because I spend a lot of time doing takes, and then you know what happens? I get to set, and then I'll do like one take, and they're like, I think that one take was perfect, actually. And then we just do we just play after that. It's either like a few takes for fun, or just like for safety, in case that take like didn't, you know, something happened to it, it gets corrupted. So I do think doing a million takes can be helpful for you as a performer, but in terms of like what you actually need from yourself, trust in yourself. We do a million takes so that when really we only need the one take. We do a million takes to just do one take, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense. All right, Ruffy, what was your question? I wrote down, you said creation versus driving for career, and you were talking about in regards to writing, right? So, Ruffy, would you like me to ask sort of about like which path you should be focusing more on, like the driving side of, you know, your work, or creation, writing? Let me know if you have another way you'd like me to word that. Multiple takes is still good. 1995 was still only 10 years ago. That's true. 1995 was only 10 years ago. Why does it feel so long? It feels like it feels like a totally different time. It was a totally different time. Wait. 1995 was still, oh, you mean it feels like it was only 10 years ago? Is that what you're saying? This is really fun to do with this hoodie. It was not, though. It will be 20 years ago. I don't like that. Wait, no more. 30 years ago. 30? Time becomes, guys, I'm going to tell you, when you've been alive as long as I have, as an immortal being, as a vampire. Wait, scratch the last part. I can't have that on record. Pretend I never said that. What is time, really? Why? And is time real? Are we really experiencing time right now? Is time linear? I'm not sure. Ew, math. 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Nah, it was 10 years ago. 1995, guys, was clearly 2 years ago. It was 1995. Sounds like you got it. All right, Ruffy. I'm gonna ask that then. I'm gonna ask about which one you should be focusing more on, you know, or like what direction should you be going on between writing and driving? Where is the pull for you in life right now? What is the right move? Do you have a preference for deck, Ruffy? Would you like Red Sonja? Would you like my first ever tarot deck? I remember back when we used to ordain the future through runes. That was a fun time. Time was invented by the Swiss because they wanted to market it and sell those watches, those beautiful Swiss watches. Makes sense. Time is just an agreed upon measurement. It doesn't really exist. Otto, this is a good definition of time. Time is just a concept they made up so we knew when to pay bills. They're like, look, you got to pay this bill. And we were like, yeah, but man, time is like a concept. And they were like, cool. Yeah, we're going to make a calendar and tell them 5 days. They got 5 days. Pay that bill. Otherwise, we're breaking those knees. Time is an illusion. Part of Einstein's work is founded on that. Time is definitely an illusion. It is not but a construct that we have created. Finger segments of time. Measured it with their fingers. So do I. I keep forgetting you're actually very young for your age. I look very young for my age. You're barely under me on age. Wait, I'm barely under you on age. How old are you? Are you like 1,000 years old, Ricardo? How old are you? You're a millennia? Wow. What are the card choices? What are the deck choices? So we've got our Red Sonja deck. My Red Sonja deck. This one that I've been using. It's got pictures of Red Sonja. Thank you to Michael for sending me this deck. To my my mailbox. This was gifted to me. I also have the self-care deck. So if you feel like you want a little bit of self-care in your life, a little sacred self-care, this gives you some tips on things you can do to like just feel good and feel whole. This is a really lovely deck that was gifted to me by Chris off my Amazon wish list. Thank you, Chris, for this deck. And then there is my original deck, which is this one that I used the book from, if you guys are wondering what I'm reading down here. And that's this deck, which is more of a standard tarot vibe. Actually, I believe the art on this is like very iconic art. Giovanni Caselli. Cherry, thank you so much for guiding the raid. Lena Madrid, you raided her before, and she's also playing Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. Yay! We can totally raid Lena. Thank you so much for the guide to raid, Cherry. Check the number in my screen name, says Rob. 1978. Is that the year you were born? Count the knuckle segments on your fingers up to 60. Oh, yeah. You got these guys. I don't know. Can we get up to 60 on our hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You can only get up to 30. Unless, do we count the ends? This bit? How many segments are there? You can count a lot if you count with knuckle segments. The Golden Dawn is a very good book. It was written by Aleister Cowley, if it's the book I'm thinking of. The Golden Dawn, is that also a tarot book, Peter? Tarot, I love the... tarot. Peter, I love that you're a wealth of tarot knowledge. It's very lovely in chat. I love hearing you talk about tarot. You're so passionate about it. And it's great. So thank you for sharing just your insight and just your extra tidbits. They're always fun to read, and I feel like I learn things. I go by the name of War. Figure it out. That's how old I am. Ah, so you are an ancient being. Is that what you're saying, Ricardo? Fair enough. Are you saying that you are War of the Endless? Destruction? Destruction? Is that you? That'd be crazy. The Golden Dawn is written by Astro Crowley. It's one of my best friend's favorite books. Nice. Is it all about time then? Golden Dawn, Aleister Crowley. War? What is it good for? Do I have a deck cam set up? I do not have a deck cam set up today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but not today. I'll just be holding them up for you. Yes, my apologies. I thought about setting up a second camera today, but then I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was lazy. I felt very tired. I've been feeling very exhausted lately. I think I might be like a little bit, I don't know if I'm sick. I don't know if it's sick or SADS. It might be SADS from the weather, but I've been feeling kind of exhausted and I don't know. Comes and goes. It's like waves. So I didn't set it up today, so my apologies. But I will hold them up for you if you would like. I can always grab my camera and bring it down here. Original deck. All right, so we'll go with the Giovanni Caselli deck. Ruffy would like to know. Oh. Okay, and then our subject is this one. One of these popped out again, and I'm going to say it's a card that I've seen before. It was the Two of Swords again that popped out. I don't know what's up with this card today. Is this card trying to talk to me, or is it trying to talk to you guys? I don't know, but I'm going to put it to the side. We'll see if it has any information to give us on this reading. Could be tired from this past weekend streams. It's true. We did a lot yesterday. We baked a lot. What's hilarious, I actually follow Peace, Irene, my grandmother. Oh, nice. If you're tired, we're never going to hold that against you. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks, Ricardo. I appreciate it. I would also recommend the channel Tier Zoo when you have spare time. What is Tier Zoo? What is that about, Jarell? Is it a tarot channel? Could you guys imagine if I became a tarot streamer and that was just like my whole life? That'd be pretty crazy. This is interesting. So our subject line for this reading, for you, Ruffy, is the Fool reversed. The Fool reversed. So it could be that the Fool reverse is usually the negative aspects of the Fool manifesting. So a sense of perhaps ignorance, of not actually realizing some of the consequences of your actions. It can show that you are more living in the moment, not planning for the future. But even though this is a reversed card and it's supposed to have some more negative connotations, I might say that this might be encouraging you to act in the moment, or might just be like acting impulsively. Here's what happens. So, yeah, it can symbolize living in the moment, not planning for the future. It can also represent you needing to be more aware. So, this could also be the subject matter could be more of like, think in terms of not just what you want impulsively, make sure you're considering all sides of moving forward with a career choice. Our first card is the Tower Reversed. The Tower Reversed. And it is the past. So we saw the Tower reversed before, and it was signifying this idea of change. So perhaps in the past, you have had a huge change in your life. There has been some kind of upheaval, and in your career, you kind of just, you made it through. But it could also mean that it was time for you to leave something that was monotonous and you shifted things up. Yeah, so there was something that you overcame in the future, or it could be something that's holding you back from seeking what you really want because you survived in your field, perhaps, but you didn't. Because of that, you kind of feel stuck. 1 year later, $90 a reading. Oh my gosh. 2 years later, Miss Batmanda's psychic hotline launches. Could you imagine? And then I sell a hot sauce. 6 months later, $30 a reading. Weren't you up late? Weren't you and Sasha up late Friday? I fell asleep. Friday? Yesterday? No, when was Friday? 2 days ago. Oh yeah, I was up pretty late on Friday. What were we doing Friday? Wrapping gifts, right? And then Sasha's stream ended, and then people came in from Sasha's stream, and I was still wrapping gifts. Present is Knight of Pentacles reversed. Getting a lot of reverses. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this might pertain to maybe some of the things that you're considering and that might be holding you back a little bit, or it might just be guiding your choices in the moment. So for career, it might be that you are having a really bad work to life balance. I don't think that it's one of the implications of this card can be that you're not working hard enough. For some reason, that doesn't sound right to me. It sounds more like maybe you are working too hard. And that's why you're maybe asking this question about, is it time for me to shift towards maybe focusing more on creation as opposed to driving? Because maybe your job is kind of becoming all consuming and is draining the joy of some of the stuff that you really love in your life. And it's causing you to maybe not focus as much on the things that are just bringing you joy. Interesting. Or it could be that, maybe you want to focus on something more, but you're not putting as much into it. Or you're struggling to find the motivation to write if you're maybe experiencing some writer's block right now. I have a feeling, though, that it has something to do with you, just like maybe your job is becoming all consuming, and that's why you're thinking of this shift. Because it's draining. That's my instincts, what they say. Hey, this is a happy ending. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillments, your future. Huh. And it's upright. Hmm. So I think what this is saying is in the past, you were in a job that you made it and you kept going with it. But in a way, it could have been perhaps a negative thing where you thought, oh, thank goodness that I get to like have my job, which is great. Maybe during the pandemic or something like that, you weren't so sure about, moving, like how you were going to maybe work at that time, something like that. You were worried about stability. You found the stability, but perhaps at the detriment to not following your dreams. And then perhaps you got wrapped up in work and it became all consuming. And now it's draining your enjoyment of it. And so you're thinking of maybe shifting to a focus on writing. And maybe if you focus on the writing a bit more, then you will eventually find that wish fulfillment. You will find happiness and joy and reward in what you're doing. It will be plentiful. There will be, yeah, a lot of good things coming your way. But I wonder if the subject of this, with the Fool being inverted, is just to remind you that, not to be too reckless, perhaps. So I wonder if what this is saying is like, maybe you have a little bit of a shift, but you don't give up what you have going, because that stability was obviously very also important. And like I said, I don't just think of this as linear, as like, this is what happened, this is where you're going, but more of like, it is a bit cyclical. So obviously, I think the stability is still a concern for you. Does that seem to resonate? I think you should shift the focus, because you'll find a lot of fulfillment from that. And then I think if you keep going with it, eventually it will be something that you can turn into a career. Siren, hello. You got your tarot read once and it said you would die alone. I've never known cards to be that specific. What cards did you get for it? Oh man, it's getting weird in the chat. I'm actually a bat, not a cat. But also, no. I'm going to encourage people to read the rules. Hi, Dorian. How's it going? Nine of Cups is a very good card, Peter. I agree. I'm glad. Yeah, let me know, Ruffy. Does that sound like it resonates with you? Now, the Two of Swords is also interesting. But I wonder if this is once again a thing where it's just reminding us that maybe like in the past, you were like a little bit blind to some of the stuff that was happening. You weren't necessarily aware of what was holding you back, or you were just trying to create distance. And now you're finally maybe waking up to some of the stuff that is actually going on. And so I think this is maybe just something that you dealt with in the past. I think this might be connected to our Tower card, honestly, the Two of Swords. People will be more receptive. The Nine of Cups is also a reminder that you've been working hard. So this could also pertain to the driving and could be signifying that you could have a promotion coming up. But I think based on the Knight of Pentacles, it sounds more like there might be some tension there that needs to be resolved. Yeah, I know. Christmas is coming up so fast. 100%. You're looking at a new one already? Oh, no. What are you looking at, Eric? Okay. Siren, that's a warning. If you're gonna be acting a fool, I will report and ban you. Just FYI. I mean, I will report you, but I'll also ban you. Your sinus hurts so bad? Oh, man. Looking forward to the new Mass Effect. New Mass Effect coming our way. I need something. What do you need? What do you need? What are you buying? I don't know if Ruffy is still here, but Ruffy, let me know if that resonated with you, if you are still here. I gotta end the stream soon. But yeah, so we got the Fool inverted as the subject. Past is the Tower reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed for the present. Nine of Cups for the future, sounding pretty optimistic in the future. And a Two of Swords, which, like I said, I think fits with the past. That was spot on for you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, so do you feel like it's maybe pulling you towards writing, but perhaps, you know, maybe not in a way that's like a full shift right now, but maybe like you just put a little bit more time into that. And I think that'll also help you to feel more fulfilled in the career you're in. And maybe there will be some opportunities also opening up in that. I think either way, just putting more time into writing will ultimately lead you down a path that is more satisfying and more gratifying going forward, if I'm interpreting this correctly. I'm so glad that it was good for you. I'm so glad that it made sense. Hopefully in the next Mass Effect, hopefully the year is 2190. 2190. Oh my goodness. 2190. Another year that doesn't sound real. Yeah. I'm sick, I tell you. And I know I am, but I'm trying to deny that I am sick. Make sure you take care of yourself, Cherry. Same bat time, same bat channel. That's right, bro. I'm gonna head off for now, friends, but I hope that this was good for y'all, and I hope you guys got some stuff out of it. Just Rob, Vito Screamer, Eric, I have you guys down at the top of my list for the next time we do a tarot stream. If I forget, please remind me. Non-members, Ricardo, and Licensed to Cosplay, if you guys are there, you're also on the list for my non-subs, and I will get to you guys next time. We'll definitely do another one of these. This was so much fun. We're gonna go raid in to Lena Madrid for some excellent, great Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. I'll see some of you maybe over on OF for the What If. We will never forget you, Ricardo. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for just doing a great time, for having a great time. I've done a tarot reading for someone. You need a few words and a few major arcane. Reason I don't do it for people as much. Yeah, you need a few swords and a few major arcane. A few swords and a few major arcane, and you're good to go. I agree with that. Two of Swords, you nailed exactly what you're supposed to say. Did I? Did I? What are you supposed to say? Take that blindfold off, get up, and just confront the world. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming. What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? What'd I say? Oh, tomorrow is Monday, December 23rd, 9 a.m. We're going to be playing Pal World. I'm so excited. I haven't played Pal World in forever, and it's so much fun. So I'll see you guys there. Thursday, December 26th at 6 p.m.-ish, I'll be back with Duck, and we're going to be talking about comics. And then Friday, December 23rd at probably around 3. That time's a little loosey-goosey, though, so just keep your eyes on the stream. I'll be playing some Marvel Rivals. Yeah, I will also be doing that. I have some plans during the day, so it'll be after that when I can get on. I'll be here. I'll be on YouTube, wherever you like to go. I'll be on both. I was thinking about splitting up my streams, but I think I'm just going to keep streaming on both because I think it's just easier for everyone. All right. The guide, the raid was for Lena Madrid. Let's go over to Lena Madrid's stream. Show her some support and some love. She's playing some indie. We love indie. It's a fun time. I can't wait to see where she's at. All right, crack that whip, everyone. I'll see you over there. Stay nerdy and see you tomorrow, everybody. Have good sleeps. And see some of you over on OF for the What If watch along. All right. Cheers. Bye. Stay nerdy. I sent the raid. I could give you guys the link. I don't know if that's against I don't think that's against any policies of YouTube here. So I'll put the link in chat because I know last time people were like, oh, we couldn't go to the stream. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. But there's the link for anyone that wants to join us over there. If you guys are on YouTube and you want to watch on Twitch for a bit, I'm going to end the stream now. But thank you everybody for being here. And thank you so much.